Good morning, jewellery makers. How are... Oh, I've just noticed I've got no lippy on. Oh. Yeah, so I look a bit unwell, don't I? Anyway, isn't that the trick? Just bite your lips a little bit and pinch your cheeks. Anyway, how are you, jewellery makers? I'm back, yeah, after a thoroughly eventful weekend. I hope you've had a wonderful one and you enjoyed all the sunshine. It's been boiling hot here in the UK, hasn't it? Wonderful. And about time too. Maybe you dusted off your barbecue like we did in our household. We've got loads to bring you today. The most stunning strand of emeralds that you could possibly believe. The most amazing jadeite as well. For the first time I'm seeing them in this beautiful size. They're coming up at 9 AM. I'll give you a little sneaky peek of these. Now if you've got jadeite in the big sort of 8mm or the 10mm rounds, fabulous, absolutely beautiful and absolutely incredible that you own those. But look at these. So you've got a slightly smaller size, real intensity of colour and a complete strand of jadeite. I'm in love with this. I want to get hold of this as well. Coming up at 9 AM, so not long to wait for it. We've got a big quantity opportunity. I'm going to go as far as saying maybe it is because they are that little bit smaller and that little bit more genteel in their size, but it's one of my favourite strands, don't you think? Just because they're really wearable, really beautiful, really elegant and really dainty. Colombian emerald, I did mention, here we go, let me just show you these. Kimbo! Oh, this will sell out on the morning show. It's a deal of the day, but we've only got, well, I say only, it's Colombian emerald. We've got 216 to be exact. You know, that's not a huge quantity for a deal of the day, to be honest, especially when your emeralds glow to the intensity that these are. I mean, have you ever seen anything quite like it? Now, before I go any further, I should most definitely introduce this gorgeous lady, because I haven't done so as of yet. We've been having a giggle already. It's the wonderful Deborah.
Morning.
Morning, honey. How are you?
I'm all right. You?
We got the black memo today, didn't we?
We did, yes. Yeah.
We phoned each other and said, make sure you're wearing black today.
And it worked.
And it works, yeah.
We did.
We did. So we both stuck to. I always wear black, mind.
Do you?
Yeah, pretty much. Especially at the moment.
Yes.
But you're a bit limited.
Yeah.
On options. Lots to see. Loving your kits. You've got loads of inspiration in the first designer inspiration, and lots throughout the course of the show, obviously from the wonderful Deb. Shall we get cracking? Shall we? I'm going to start with black spinel. Ooh. This with the jadeite. Now the first hour, you're going to need to have, you know, your competitive streak. So if you haven't had your coffee as of yet, down it. Quickly down it, because this is miss it, miss out. If you see something that you absolutely cannot live without, be on those phone lines as soon as you possibly can. How about faceted black spinel? This with the jadeite, this with the emerald would be absolutely incredible. Don't often get to bring you a spinel, especially not of this size. You know, it's sometimes they're the micro faceted, which I absolutely adore and love, and I own myself. But 40 carats when they're going right the way up to 4x2mm. Look at that amazing luster. It's all about adding sparkle with a black gemstone, obviously. Now this is a ridiculously low price point. Grab it whilst you can. Miss it, miss out, don't forget. So limited in stock. Apparently this is our should be price. Have you ever seen spinel at £6.95? I mean, that on its own is an incredible deal. But last in stock. How about we take it under £5 for those of you that are there, ready to pounce, like Kathy in London, who's bought 3 of them. I don't blame you, Kathy. All in Lancashire. Julie, you're very close. Cornwall, you're very close. Annette, you're very close. Anna, you're very close. I don't want to say congratulations as of yet, because I can't say for certain if you've been successful. We only have how many? 69. 60, that's not a lot. And you can bet your bottom dollar there's more than 69 people watching right now who want to get hold of spinel. I mean, like I say, micro-faceted, you know, and they're the tiny 2mm rounds. Amazing, beautiful. I absolutely love it. I mean, them at $4.95, that's almost unheard of. But of this sheer size, Deb.
I know. They've got real impact, haven't they?
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Yeah,
I love black
this
spinel.
is what's wonderful is that it's the microfaceting or the big sizes. That's what we generally see, isn't it? One or t'other, not really the ones in between.
And this is sort of bridging the gap, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So mixing them all up in one piece would be brilliant.
Would be amazing, wouldn't it? Oh
Yeah.
gosh, yeah, imagine a complete
glamour.
exclusive black spinel piece. It will sell out though. Hello to you all. Do stay where you are on those phone lines. Shall I bring you some storage? How about a storage case that I've never seen before? Oh, it was launched on Thursday with the lovely Carol. Oh, with Jenny. Of course, Jenny and I did a swap. Of course we did. Ooh. Now, this is very, very, very professional.
It's nice. I've seen it. Yeah. It was on when I was on. Must have been about a week ago. Yeah. There was that one, and there was another version as well. But that was my favourite.
Love it. So this is
gorgeous.
for displaying your necklaces and great for transporting your pieces as well.
Yeah.
In particular, if you've got a necklace or a collar which you don't want to buckle and bend, this will keep it nice and flat. So it comes with like a really solid popper, as you can see. Open it all out and it folds out. So, I mean, these are fortunes in some jewellery establishments.
They are,
the actual leatherette. In fact, funny enough, my dad bought my mum one for Christmas last year. And I said, oh, where'd you get that from, Dad? He said, oh, the local jewellers. I was like, you shouldn't have done, because we stock them. And he was like, ah. And you can believe it was about 3-4 times the price. Anyway, so white leather on the inside. You've got these very handy little loops here which you can attach your chains to or whatever items of jewellery that you want. And that stops them then from sort of rustling around in the bottom, keeps them held upright so they're not going to tangle. And then obviously you fold these over. Wipeable, they are wipeable as well because they've got the leatherette as well. Fold it closed like so and it lays beautifully flat in your handbag or your suitcase or whatever it might be. Also great for commissions, also great for gifts. You know, it makes a big difference in my opinion how you actually give that piece of jewellery, not just being in sort of like a little bit of tissue paper. Having it actually displayed in something like this takes it, you know, to a certain amount of prestige, I suppose. 15 by 20 millimeters, so it's not too big, not too small.
No, it's perfect. Absolutely perfect size. And also, if you're going away for a weekend or holiday, you can put things in there and it's going to keep them safe.
Well, that's the thing. Those little travel jewellery boxes that you buy, and obviously I won't say any brands, but the travel jewellery boxes that you buy can be vastly expensive, and they're not often, you know, sometimes even fabric, which is absolutely fine, but leatherette, it's got the practicality of it as well. Only recently launched, so very new to us here at Jewellery Maker. Grab it whilst you can. £6.95. Well, I can absolutely for certain say my experiences when I used to sell storage cases and boxes and bags like this, it was always sort of £20-30 plus, to be honest. And this is, I love this one because it's actually quite flat. You know, it's going to lay, you don't need the bulk sometimes, especially with your necklaces and your chains. You don't actually need the bulk, you need it to be sort of shallow, so it's going to lay beautifully. Again, already lots of you there, £6.95 only. I'm getting some of those. Moving on, how about the first of your star buys? Okay, so hang on a minute. Spinel. We've got Colombian emerald coming up. We've got Jadeite coming up. Good start to a show, don't you think? And now we're about to bring you amazing ruby. Now, look at this. I can't believe that on our birthday, we launched this strand at under £20. If you weren't able to tune in then, not to worry, we have got a few remaining. Now what you're looking for with ruby as the king of gemstones is primary intensity. You don't want it to be so dark that it's bordering on maroon or black. You want it to have that definite ruby red. Not necessarily about clarity or diaphanity. It's about that colour. Now these are exquisitely, simply faceted into a plain rondelle. Look at that colour. That's what I am raving about. I mean, if you look in any jewellery establishment, high-end jewellery establishment, at their quality ruby, this is the colours that we aspire to. Notice how they have got that lovely shimmer of silks running through, which are playing with the light internally. Simply faceted, and I would keep my jewellery designs very simple with the quality of the ruby like this. Miss it, miss out though. If you want to get hold of these, you need to be quick. You need to have a little bit of urgency on those phone lines. It's a long length, 17 centimetres, when we're talking about a gems of distinction like this, and it certainly is a distinctive gemstone. Often is responsible some of the highest price points in the industry. Now we launched it at under £20, so you're going to be able to get hold of this amazing gemstone. Natural beauty as well, no less. No fissure filling, so not enhancing that colour with any laboratory treatment. Intensities of red, all produced by Mother Nature herself, and 40 carats of it. July's birthstone, by the way, so any of you July babies out there, this is your birthstone. You've got one of the most passionate, one of the most rich and enticing and romantic gemstones that I think is on the planet. Straight away, Anne and Christine, you've got yours. Catherine and Mary, lots of action on the web this morning. I'm not surprised at all. Don't leave anything to chance. Can you imagine this combined with the Colombian emerald? I mean, look at that glorious red. I mean, often we've seen Deb in the past ruby, and I'm not saying it's not beautiful, but you know, sometimes when it's more maroon. Yes. It's a darker colour.
Yeah, that is like ruby red, isn't it?
This is, yeah, exactly, ruby red, as we would imagine, as we would describe it. I don't want to say that saying pigeon blood, because as many of you know, I don't like it, but that is what we refer to with quality ruby. And there's no denying you've got that primary essence here, totally and utterly natural. Tyne and Wear, well done. West Yorkshire, well done. Lee, Annette, good luck, I should say, because we are going to bring that price tag in last in stock. If you miss it now, you're going to miss out entirely, because we're not going to have enough to bring this to you again. It is last in stock opportunities, a launch which we only brought you during our birthday celebrations, one of the most prestigious strands most certainly that we have within our vault, and it's just £14.95. Hello Patricia in West Midlands, Annette, you've almost got yours. Hello to London on those phone lines. Do stay where you are on those phone lines. You can still do it. If you do price comparisons on our own website, they go right the way up to £169.95 on our own website, and that's an amazing deal. But £14.95, pure and simply, this is a birthday deal. You know, that and we have last in stock opportunities. So if you weren't able to get it then, now is your chance. But don't expect this to be on your screens, I would have thought, for a third occasion. I don't think that's going to happen. Last in stock. Hello Antoinette, hello to you Joe, hello to you Kent, hello to you Irene in Cheshire, and Patricia, nice to be with you. Look at that intensity. I love the simplicity of the cuts. The fact they are those just plain beautiful round allowing the light to literally be the center stage. We've got peacock pearls coming up next, which will look amazing with these as well, just to give you a little bit of a heads up. Last in stock opportunities though to get hold of this 40 carats of natural ruby. Do you know 95% of the world's ruby is actually treated in some way? That's fine, that's absolutely fine. It's all laboratory as long as it's laboratory standards. This, however, is all Mother Nature's own efforts, and it's just a fraction of the cost that it could be. Pauline, Mary, Julia, Andrina, Carol, Cheshire, Annette, Jeanette, Jenny, you're very close. So we've got Irene from Tipperary, nice to be with you as well. Do stay where you are on those phone lines, because we're going to bring you the peacock pearls. Again, don't you think they'd be an amazing combination? Black spinel, we've got Colombian emerald, ruby, jadeite, and now we're going to do pearls. Peacock pearls, no less. Tell you what.
Quality.
It's a start to a show, isn't it, Deb?
Yeah, it is.
Woo! I'm really breathless. Sorry if I sound a little bit really breathless. You're going to make me work really hard today, Kim says. You are playing some bangers. That's what she said. She's playing some bangers. You do realise all my organs are like this half of the upper part of my torso, so if you're... so you can't make me out of breath. Okay, look at these beauties. Look at that wonderful iridescence.
The colours on those.
They actually look like, to me, amylite. Because there's that much pearlescence across them. They actually have that colour shift, don't they?
Oh, that's incredible strand.
Isn't it? I mean, you know, peacock pearls, yes, they've got that sort of inky, bluey, greeny colour, but the amounts of pearlescent colours that you're getting in primary hues as well.
That's incredible.
Isn't it? I mean, can you see pinks?
That ruby would look amazing with it.
It really would. It's going to enhance those pinks, isn't it? And purples. The yellows, the blues, it's all there. Migrating across the surface of the pearls as... Oh, look at that. Migrating across the surface of the pearls as the light plays, and it is playing with them. Geraldine and Lee straight away saying, I'm not missing out on this, Elle. No, I don't blame you. I wouldn't either. Andrina's there. Sue and Jane, you're with me on those phone lines. Busy, busy, busy. Miss it, miss out opportunity. 14 by 19 millimeters. In these wonderful coins. So you have that totally organic shape. You've got lovely iridescence across the surface. We should be bringing them to you, wow, at $12.95. Wow, wow, wow. Kim's laughing straight away because she knows this is going to absolutely bowl me over. Look at the colours. Look at that. Under £10. Truly, this is a miss it, miss out, isn't it? Have we got many of these, Kimbo? 57, so not nearly enough. 184 were sold literally within minutes when they were first arrived on your screen. Last chance saloon. Hello Mary, hello Somerset, hello Tina, hello Julie, hello Jill, hello Kent, nice to be with you. Check out those baskets. Imagine this in natural daylight as well. I mean, because these pearl, a quality pearl like this strand is, or these are on this strand, I should say, will take on the colours of its surrounding almost. Yeah. So can you imagine this out in the glorious weather that we're having at the moment? Oh,
it looks almost like molten metal from here as well, because it's got gold and bronze tones across it. Yeah. In the sunlight, that's just going to look amazing.
In the sunlight, imagine this sort of in a garden or something like that.
And candlelight as well, because you've got that flat surface. The light is just going to play across it.
Amazing! You've got an incredible deal here, and they are big, substantial peacock pearls. Like I said, you know, $9.95. That's something that here at Jewellery Maker we're super competitive on our prices and the quality that you get. But I would expect them to be tiny, sort of maybe individual rice beads for under £10. Certainly not 14 by 19 millimeters in their size. If you want to multi-buy, you absolutely can. How about with this strand? Oh, look. They're coming up next. These are garnets and they're coming up next. I think they work amazingly.
They do.
Check out these pearls whilst you can, because they are drilled through the centre. So again, these would be great for earrings, great for brooches, great for cabochon wrapping if you want to treat them like a cabochon, great for wire wrapping, great for restranding. They're a very easy way of working with quite an organic shape.
They are. And they're the perfect size for rings, I think.
Yeah, I think so as well. Big statement ring. Yeah. Love it. Well done. I'm going to move on because it is time for your garnet. Love this. Now, garnet is a gemstone, which if you're wondering why we're seeing less and less and less and less and less of it, then it's because what's actually coming out of the ground currently of this quality, and this is obviously exceptional quality, is very limited and tends to be sort of snapped up by the really big jewellers, and obviously then being retailed at thousands of pounds. So when it comes to your garnet, if it's rhodolite, you want it to have a definite purplish hue. You want it to almost be like grape juice, I suppose. Now it's highly refractive, so that's why you see so much sparkle with garnet itself. But the colour is really important. If you can see sort of grape-like tones, then you've got aspirational quality. Now, garnet is a gemstone which there's no known treatment for, so there's no way of actually encouraging or enhancing those colours. It's all Mother Nature's doing. Can you see those secondary hues of blues coming through? Can you see the amazing clarity and diaphanity and brilliance that you get from this refractive gemstone? All totally and utterly natural. It's a long strand, as you can see, 30 centimetres, and they're 4 millimetres in these individual little buttons. But look at that. I mean, when we pull back, you can see that amount of sparkle, which is just flawless. This with a black spinel, amazing. This alongside your emerald, incredible. This alongside your jadeite, stunning, because it is a gemstone which does tend to complement so many others, and that's why all the big designers still to this day, every century to be honest, they've always included this gorgeous gemstone, rhodolite garnet with these rich purple reds into their designs. Totally natural. Now we have got quantity, so strictly speaking, this isn't a miss it, miss out. But Kim says I had to include it in today's hour because the price absolutely is a miss it, miss out price. We're going straight to it. First come, first serve. You would be thinking that this strand would be what, 20, 30, 40 pounds even. Loads of you making sure you're not missing out on this and checking out instantaneously. I would be doing exactly the same. Look at the richness, that full-bodied grape juice colour that we all long for in garnet, and you're getting it at a fraction of the cost. Kim, you know, to be honest, we shouldn't even be anywhere near single figures. Anywhere near. It's not a miss it, miss out. We're not last in stock. This isn't a clearance opportunity. However, Kim said we can honour a miss it, miss out price tag for those of you that are watching this bright and early morning. I tell you what, I would be wanting to get hold of this as well. Loads of you choosing to multi-buy, and I would be doing the same, don't you think?
Yeah,
because
definitely.
garnet, Deb, there's not many gemstones that don't look amazing with garnet.
No. It's such a intense colour. It provides a fantastic backdrop for,
really
for
does.
Lots of other gemstones.
I mean, if you think about all the big design, look at that sparkle. Sorry to interrupt myself. Wow, wow, wow. If you think about all the big designers, Chanel, Bulgari, Van Cleef & Arpels, you know, I can go on and on and on. They've all included this gorgeous gemstone within their collections time and time and time again. Again, if you want to buy 4, 5, 6 of these, you absolutely can. I don't know if I'll be able to repeat such an opportunity. Limited, especially at that price tag. Quality garnet, genuine garnet. Download your certificate of authenticity if you wish. I would be doing exactly the same, and certainly capitalise on this miss it, miss out price tag. Even though we're not limited in stock, we've got quantity. They are flying out of the vault, absolutely flying. Well done. Okay, it's time. I mean, it's been an entire hour, oh well, I should say 25 minutes of star buys already, but we're about to step into another one. Ooh, high praise from producer Kim. her words, she actually got gifted this lovely strand from one of our wonderful jewellery makers. And her words were, "It's my favourite strand of opal of all time." Do you know? Oh, sorry, I'll rephrase that. She says, no, not just favourite strand of opal, Elle, it's my favourite strand in Jewellery Maker history. Do you know, I can understand where you're coming from there, Kim. It is very unique. Now, I know that you've seen blue opal and you've seen pink opal or purple opal in the past, but this is a really distinctive colour. It's more Larimar. It's isn't it? It's more Paraiba, I suppose. There's a real delicacy behind this, and I'm going to hold it up on one of these boards, not because I want to block out colour or anything like that, but because I want you to see the entirety of it as well. Look at what you can own. I actually totally, wholeheartedly agree with what Kim is saying. Could this not be one of the most beautiful strands that we've ever brought to air? Look at those tones. They almost glow with neon-like ability.
Yeah. Yeah, it's almost a verdigris sort of green that has that intensity and glow about it. Amazing. Really
unique, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's hold it out sort of, literally sort of suspend it in midair as well, because you can see on the black background it takes on more the greenish hue, whereas like so, it's the very, it's almost duck egg blue, I suppose.
Yes, yeah.
They are amazing.
Yes, it is.
It's so, I was going to say pretty, but that's not a big enough word, I don't think. It's not a big enough word for the quality of this opal. Totally and utterly natural. And you can really see the definition and the difference of colour that we're talking about. You know, yes, I've brought you blue opal before in the past. It might have been Australia, it might have been Peruvian. This is African opal, and you can see that country of origin, the difference, I suppose, that from one continent to another, basically. 42 centimetres of natural sky blue opal. 75 carats of beautiful, exceptional quality and faceted to perfection, coming your way at a star-buy price. Wow, I've just heard what this is going to. Now, this, Kim was very lucky, is lucky to own this, and that's down to, like I said, one of her Jewellery Maker friends who gifted it to her. Stunning, Larimar-esque blues. I mean, it is sort of quintessential sort of Caribbean beauty. Beautiful intensities of glows. Already telephone bidders checking out, already multi-buyers there as well. Maybe this alongside your Colombian emerald. Wow, that would be absolutely incredible. $11.95 only. It's a full, you know, 360 neckline piece if you wanted it to be. You can use this absolutely sparingly. I would be multi-buying as well, just because it has got that really unique colour. Yeah, you've seen blue opal, but this is almost duck egg blue, I suppose.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
It's different, isn't it? And it's not the dye, which is, it's not a dye which has actually sort of influenced that that difference in colour. It's Mother Nature's incredible doing. Hampshire, you've done it. Pembrokeshire, well done to you. And you're very close to getting hold of yours. Busy on those phone lines. Absolutely gorgeous colour hues that you're getting here, and variations of, which I love, next to one another. But if you wanted to sort of single out and sort of the more greenish gemstones and the more bluish gemstones, you can do that as well. Look amazing with your first kit.
It would, yeah, it would. I was thinking that would fit in perfectly.
And also the Jadeite that we've got coming up at 9 o'clock in half hour's time. So if you wanted to in fact, can I just quickly hold that next to it?
Yeah, that look amazing.
Look at this as a combination.
Ooh.
Don't you think these look incredible against one another?
Yeah.
Wow.
Just one of those peacock pearls off the bottom.
Yeah, amazing. Stunning. Check out those baskets though, because like I said, it's not going to hang around. And the Jadeite is coming up at 9 a.m. Okay, moving on to more. Are we sticking with the opal? Here we go. Let's show you the differentiation. Love both, and it's all natural. Look at this. So that's the strand you've just seen. Look. Wow. So real definite blues here. Definite blues here, isn't it?
It is.
And these gorgeous drops as well. Oh, look at the luster. Really waxy, beautiful, shiny exterior surface. Top drilled drops, but notice how they're really substantial, and I love that. They're not tiny, weeny drops, you know, which you might be almost frightened and nervous to actually sort of to restrand.
Yeah, they've got real character about them.
They have, haven't they?
Yeah.
They have. And real substance behind them as well. Notice how they're absolutely jam-packed onto that strand as well. So you've got lots of beautiful natural treasures here. Lovely milky blues that you get from this gorgeous opaque gemstone. So you'll see sort of a flasher or a pool or a river of white running through the hearts of each of these gemstones. Miss it, miss out, grab it whilst you can. You know it's an hour of deals, and you're certainly getting that. Love the uniqueness, love the fact that they are all individual as you and I. 75 carats in total of this gorgeous gemstone, and of course October babies, you're lucky because you get so many different varieties. You don't just get one gemstone in one colour, you get lots and lots of different varieties of, whether it be crystal, jelly, whether it be Australian opal, whether it be lightning ridge, whether it be Ethiopian opal, whether it be what you saw previously, the sky blue or the pink, the boulder opal. I can go on and on and on. You are spoilt, to be honest, in how many different varieties there are. Stunning natural beauty, again, not dyed. $9.95. Right, can I just say, I'm almost grateful that I'm not sat at home right now, because everything that we've brought to air, I would have bought.
Yes. Yeah.
Everything, Deb.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think, is there one that I wouldn't have bought? No.
No, nor me.
No,
I mean,
they've all been amazing.
Black
Absolutely
spinel,
gorgeous.
yeah, I'd have bought that. The garnet, the ruby, the opals, 100% bought everything. Liz and Kent, how beautiful. Lovely with jeans and a white t-shirt, but equally lovely with the little black dress. Just can't resist this. I don't blame you, Liz. And I totally agree. It is one of those colour tones that you can dress up or dress down.
Yeah. And it, again, that's a colour that's going to work with such a wide spectrum of other colours.
Yeah.
So with the emerald, it's just catching my eye, and the pearls, they'd work as a collection so nicely. That's gorgeous because they're both strong colours.
And neither are subsiding, are they? No. They're both holding their own, if you like. Amazing. I don't blame you, Liz. I would have been exactly the same. In fact, you know what? I'm going to put a little lovely collection here of all the gemstones that I've brought so far today, just because I think every single one. There we go. You can go over there as well. Can be added to my shopping basket. It is going to be added to mine. Okay, moving on to a metre of chain. Oh, this is a nice link.
I saw Amelia put it down and I thought, ooh, I want a close-up. Oh, look at that.
Look at the sparkle. This is a beautiful link, and can I just say it feels amazing as well. When you get this home, actually sort of feel the quality. Lovely luster. If you're noticing the sparkle, that's because of the quality of the actual links itself. It is a metre of solid sterling silver chain. Look at that sparkle. I'll separate those two out a little bit. Now, be on those phone lines as soon as you possibly can, because A, we don't get to bring you sterling silver in such quantities as this very frequently, and we certainly don't get to bring it in the extent, you know, the full meter length. Often you have to buy it in individual chains, which is absolutely fine, but if you want to then make something a little bit longer or sort of think outside of the box, then obviously you're going to have to deconstruct that chain itself. Yeah. Amazing luster. It's a delicate link, but yet it's not too delicate that it's not obvious and noticeable, and substantial and durable, I should say.
Absolutely, yeah, it's a really strong link.
Oh, it's catching my eye, just the sparkle at the top of the screen there. Can you see where the light is literally just playing across those lovely links, and it's going to do that obviously around your décolletage or wherever you choose to adorn this. Straight away, web bidders on those phone lines. Instantaneously. I'm not surprised in the slightest. Sandra, Sheila, Mary, all, and you've got yours. Sharon, well done to you, not making sure you don't miss out. I mean, what would you do? A simple bracelet, a simple necklace? I mean, either or. You've got well, plenty here to make both of those pieces, and then some. And to be honest, it can be that, it's that beautiful. It can be that simple.
Yes, it can, because it does just catch the light.
Yeah.
And that's all you need sometimes.
I love a simple sterling silver chain on its own. Yeah. You know, don't get me wrong, I wear sterling silver chains with pendants, but I love it on its own. I think it looks really classy. Just glinting ever so slightly, like it has diamonds encrusted within. We've got people buying 5s. I'm not surprised by that. Hello to you. Leslie, Patricia, Judith. Hello to you. Lynette in Hampshire, multi-buying as well. Middlesex, you're there. Dorothy, May and Janice and Sandra and Sheila. Super busy this morning. Have we got quantity, Kim? Oh, the answer is most definitely yes. So again, strictly speaking, this is not a miss it, miss out. Oh, it's not a miss it, miss out, but the 400 quantity that we have is dramatically reducing by this second. We're going to have to bring the price tag in, and the reason why, $6.95 for a metre of solid sterling silver. You know, how many bracelets can you make out of a metre? For a metre of sterling silver, Deb?
That's a fantastic price. And I was thinking what I would really like to do is make a load of layered chains into a necklace. But then that's going to end up quite expensive if I'm buying them. But $6.95 you can multi-buy.
Oh gosh, definitely.
And you can get that layered look with lots and lots of sparkle. And
I'm going to suggest that you could probably, I mean, I've got quite small wrists, so let's be conservative and let's remove one of those. Let's say you can get at least 5 bracelets out of there.
You need to add a little bit of space for clasp.
True. Let's put that back in then. 6.
Yeah.
6. That's true. Well pointed out there, Deb.
Yep.
At least 6, if not more, to be honest. Wow. If not more.
So that's like just over £1 a bracelet. Plus, yeah, with your clasp added in.
Yeah.
But wow, say £1.50.
Let's say £1.50 for a sterling silver bracelet. Exactly. Over 100 of these have gone already, and many of you are saying, you know what, I'm not just getting one of them, Elle. Why wouldn't you? I don't blame you at all. Real beauty, amazing luster. As you can see, the quality is without shadow of a doubt there. Sparkle and then some, and it just feels amazing. And jewellery, I always say, it's as important that the piece of jewellery that you're wearing feels incredible, not just looks amazing. So actually holding this and actually running it through the fingers, if you like, running it through the hands, you can actually feel that quality there. You know, it's not catching any skin or anything like that. It has got that fluidity. $6.95 only. Get it whilst you can. We had 400 in quantity, and we're approaching 50% of the stock being allocated already. If you love your sterling silver, this is a chance for you. One that I don't. $6.95. You pay. Hang on a minute.
Yeah.
Do you know? I've just had a eureka moment. Our 18-inch chains are sometimes $6.95. 18-inch chains. Sorry, I was a little bit slow on that, but hang on, 18-inch. We've over half that price. I mean, all right, yeah, there's no clasp, but
yeah,
you can get at least 2 of those chains out of this.
And a bracelet or a pair of earrings.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a deal, Kim. That's only just registered and dawned with me. the price. I mean, we're already amazing when we do the 18-inch chains at £6.95, but you've got a metre long length here. Okay, I need to move on. Well done. Stay where you are. Guess what? Guess where that's going? In my shopping basket. Right there. Who wants to have chains but wants something real statement? This is miss it, miss out. Very, very, very limited. The popcorn bracelets. I didn't know they even came in bracelets. These are fab. I thought they were only in necklaces. You're getting 3. The popcorn bracelet or popcorn chain is very, very popular. It's a wonderful design. It's quite cylindrical, I suppose. You've got an area in the centre, which well, basically allows light to get in and really adds to the texture and the sparkle of the bracelet itself. You are getting 3. You can actually see sort of the real intricacy and tactile beauty that comes from the popcorn design. Like I said, I've brought it to you in bracelets, sorry, necklaces before, but never bracelets before. And you're getting 3 in a set. Comes with the extender chain. As you can see the difference on this actual bracelet display, they can really stretch right the way out to quite a substantial size, maybe even making it an anklet bracelet if you put it on the last link. And there's nothing stopping you, if it's too small, adding to that. If you just added to that extension chain here, then it can easily be an ankle bracelet. Getting 3 in total, last in stock though. These are limited opportunities. Bring in that price tag for you. 3, don't forget there's 3 at £8.95. I mean, how beautiful is this on its own? As a piece of jewellery, charm bracelets. You know, how lovely is this? On its own. Doesn't need anything else. But there's nothing stopping you adding to it. You can actually put charms, connectors, polymer clay. Yeah. You can colour this, can't you?
Yep. You'd be able to colour it with your patinas. And yeah.
You can actually weave into it because there's obviously open spaces in between. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Last in stock opportunities. Didn't even know there were bracelets that came along with the popcorn collection. Single-handedly one of our most desired looks in actual fact, and you can actually see why. It is substantial. I mean, it's really beautiful. I mean, would you think that this bracelet, just one, was £8.95? Of course you wouldn't. Of course you wouldn't. But you're not just getting one, you're getting all 3. So these are great gifts as well. Maybe you've got 3 daughters, 3 grandchildren, maybe you've got 3 friends that you can hand out and divvy these out to. Hi Liz, she says, good morning all. I'll be so glad when this price madness stops. These prices are so tempting and my stash is taking over the house. Let it go on, just let it take over. It has in mine.
And mine.
Yeah.
It's taken over and kicked me out.
Well, we had Tom's family over yesterday, and I was sort of tidying up the house and whatnot, as you do when the in-laws are coming over. And Tom's like, "Elle, it is getting a bit ridiculous. Like, seriously, what are you doing with all of these gemstones?" I was like, "I might not be doing anything with it. Not just yet. I'm just looking at them, and I own them." You know, it was like I got proper cagey. Nothing. Just leave them. I'm not.
No, don't touch that.
It's like, put them down. They stay there. Oh, bless him. He has got patience. Patience with it all. Okay, moving on to, I love these. They're so vintage. They kind of remind me of your sort of hippie chick style jewellery and sort of festival-esque, I suppose. If you're getting really into some of the head chains, I love them. I think they look really gorgeous.
Yeah.
contrasting patterns, then you'll be right, these will be right up your street. They are of course shell, and they're printed across both sides of the coins. Both sides of the coins. Is that a song? I think it is, isn't it?
Is it?
I don't know.
Oh. You've made one up if it isn't.
Is it a song? Don't know. It is, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't know if it is.
Both sides of the coin.
Both sides of the coin.
I'm in a funny mood today, sorry.
Oh, I don't know. Somebody do a search. Let
Anyway.
us know.
Anyway, I do apologise. Maggie's got her head in her hands like... going, oh no, you know, Maggie, what I'm like.
Yes, all too well.
All too well. You know what I'm like. Just come. I think things sometimes and just come out.
Yeah.
They just,
Yeah, I have that problem.
yeah.
And then I go, oh, did I say that?
Oh, I perhaps should have put a filter on that one. Right, Kim bless her, is desperately trying to rein me in. How many have we got on this strand, she says, Elle? I'll count them. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, Kim. We've got 20 individual coins on this strand. Beautiful, sort of hippie chic luster, so designs, I just love it. I think they can be really quintessentially English, or they can be quite fashion forward, can't they?
Yes, yeah. They are really different, and I'm so pleased that we're getting them back in again now.
Yeah. And they're very popular. You know, if you think about like our guest designers, Deb, I mean, like I said, not just yourself, Gemma, who I would consider very fashion forward, you know, in terms of her design, loves using these. Yeah. And then you've got sort of other guest designers who keep things quite traditional, love using these as well. So they really do cater for everybody, don't they?
They do. And you can use them sort of really quite sparingly in a design and have real impact with it. But then you could throw loads at something, and
absolutely,
it will just look like a fantastic riot of colour.
Oh, I love that. I love that, Deb. A
really
riot of colour and pattern.
Yeah.
Let's bring that price tag. Should we have a riot on the price tag?
Ooh.
How about 15p each?
Wow.
I almost broke into song then. You know what song I was going to sing? Well, we were talking about riots and stuff. I almost went into my head-banging stage then for a minute.
Yeah.
$2.95, Deb.
That's crazy price.
It's going to be a riot on the phone lines on the web. That's for certain. I mean, they work so perfectly in everything. I mean, whether you're new to jewellery making, whether you're very advanced in jewellery making, they're great with seed beading, they're great with stretchy bracelets.
They'd look amazing with the garnet from earlier.
Yeah.
With those colours in there.
You have got
the
quite
spinel.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
The black spinel in there.
I love these just literally on a shepherd's hook. Earring, just suspended, one on a bit, maybe a length of chain, sort of swinging around so you can see the gorgeous, gorgeous patterns, obviously,
on both sides as well. I think that's a real bonus.
Yeah.
Or a rosary link chain with big sections of chain in between.
Like a lariat style rosary
just
link.
over the head.
That would be fab. What about
so
belts?
Easy and
belts. What about shoe decorations? What about key charms?
Yeah.
At that price tag, you could make it all of the above, couldn't you? A belt, most certainly, which obviously, especially myself, you'd need a longer length at the moment. But you certainly would. Stay where you are on those phone lines, folks. Absolutely incredible deals, and beautiful, beautiful pinks. So whether they be for your quintessential pieces or whether it be for, like I said, you're very fashion forward. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, let's bring you... Oh, let's do the white one. These are new. Launched on the birthday weekend on the trade show. They're fab, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Should I bring that chain back in? Just so I could, for demonstrational purposes. Now, this is Perspex or acrylic. Basically, it is very, very, very durable. I'll hold it to the sort of profile firstly. Let me move that out of the way. Hold it to the profile firstly. So you can actually see it's just very simply displayed like so. It doesn't take any putting together, and you have got these individual steps. Now the reason for those individual steps are, if you wanted to, you can layer multiple neckline pieces with pendants, and if you imagine it, they can be graduated down the centre itself. I love these kind of displays. They are real, certainly what you get in many jewellery establishments. They just lay across like so. So make sure I've got that on the matching. There we go. Lay across like so. But then say I wanted one which is maybe next to it but a little bit short, and I'm using a length of chain here obviously to display it. But look, pull that up. There we go. So you can actually see the difference and separate the actual designs itself. But also great for on your own a dressing table or stand, absolutely perfect for that. Very transportable, because obviously being acrylic, it's that little bit more lightweight. So great for those of you that do maybe your craft fairs or your wedding fairs, most definitely. Individual commissions, so when you're actually showing or presenting a piece of jewellery to a customer or a friend even, you know, it makes a difference rather than just sort of handing it in the hand, actually having it on a display like this.
Yeah,
there is lots of practicality, not just with the display purposes, the fact that it is wipe cleanable, obviously. So you can literally, if you've got sort of fingerprints or anything like that, just wipe it over with a baby cloth or something like that, or a duster, and you're sorted, absolutely sorted. Because sometimes the fabric displays like this, especially if you're one for hand cream, can get stuck. And there's no way of really actually resolving that. With your acrylic, it is most definitely the most practical of material, I would say. And of course the white, meaning that it's going to encourage a lot of the gemstone colours forward. If I was to put the actual emerald next to it, I mean, look. Amazing, absolutely incredible. Let's bring that price tag in for you. $3.95. I definitely want to have these on my dressing table. Just a couple on my dressing table.
Yeah.
So that you know when you get in from, I don't know, work or
Yep.
a night out or something like that, instead of just popping them on the side, you actually make a it's straight away you're going to the actual display itself.
Yeah.
And it's not going to get tangled.
It keeps them nice and neat. You can see what you've got. Also, you can use it in different ways. So if you turn it so that it's like a slope going down, you can display display bracelets on it. It's almost like at the front of a display.
That's a nice idea.
And then if you turn it round so that the big surface is flat on the desk, and hair combs will sit on the back part, because I've got some that we did ages and ages ago in black. So,
that's a good idea.
Thank you. You look so shocked.
No, not shocked at all, Deb. Not at all. I wouldn't have thought of the hair combs.
Yeah.
Really good idea. Okay, if you've got the white, well done. We're about to bring you the black now. And I can't say enough, there is a need for having the black and the white. Because, for example, the black spinel that we had earlier on, if I was to show you black spinel on the black, it doesn't quite work, does it? Because obviously the gemstone's getting lost. So you would use the white, wouldn't you? Most definitely. And vice versa. If I was to put white pearls onto a white display, a display stand, they get a little bit lost. So you use your black. I mean, Deb, you're displaying your pieces of jewellery and you've got black and white.
Yes. Yeah.
Because those different colours do make a difference.
They do. And you need to think about how best to display your jewellery, and which colours will work best on a white stand compared to a black one. And just try it and have a look. And also different lighting conditions sometimes call for a different colour stand.
I totally agree. I mean, Maggie's just passed me in some moonstone here. I mean, look. prime example. Look how it really shows off the beauty and the quality of the gemstones. $3.95 for your black acrylic. These are 11 by 17 millimeters, slightly bigger. Am I right in saying that? They look slightly bigger than the white. I'll double check that information. Hang on a second. Yes, they are, aren't they?
No, are they the same?
Are they the same size? Huh.
It's, yeah.
It is an optical illusion, isn't it? I'm like, that looks bigger. It definitely looks bigger. Anyway, moving on. I did warn you I'm in a bit of a funny mood today. Okay, moving on to recap on the ruby that you absolutely adore. What am I talking about?
You confused me then.
I don't think I should have got out of bed this morning.
Ace.
I don't even know where. I picked up, I'm talking ruby and I'm looking at opal. Maggie.
Well.
Taxi. Can you order me a taxi? I think I need to. Don't think I should even be behind a wheel at present. Wow. Okay, recap on the ruby. Who's just come in from this? Have you just been out and about? Maybe you had to pop to the shops or drop the kids off. You might have missed out on this opportunity. It is a recap. It's already been on your screens. Totally natural ruby here. No enhancement whatsoever. Wonderful consistency of colour. You can really see that glorious, rich, invigorating red. Adore the fact that these are plain rondelles, so no faceting. I love faceted rondelles, don't get me wrong. But a real simplicity in all the colour is the focus. Going to bring that price tag in because it is a recap, as I said. Get it whilst you can. Launched on the birthday as one of our birthday deals. This is last in stock, miss it, miss out opportunity. So get it whilst you can, check out whilst you can. And you should be about to introduce some real quality ruby for a fraction of the cost. Now, we have got more to come. Star buys coming up just after the break. Wonderful inspiration from Deb Rudge after this.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates for items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from Jewellery Maker.
Did you know, no matter how many times you purchase with Jewellery Maker in the same day, you'll only be charged one fee of postage and packaging. Select our standard delivery for just $2.95, or if you'd like to receive your goods sooner, upgrade to our premium option for $4.95.
Emerald is a member of the beryl family. It's one of the only gemstone families named for its chemical composition, beryllium aluminium silicate. Emeralds often display three-phase inclusions, and these can include a liquid-filled cavity, which can sometimes have either a little gas bubble or even a crystal, and it's really interesting to see in the case of emerald, because as you turn the stone, the elements within the inclusions can actually move as well. The finest examples of emerald do come from Colombia still, and there's quite an array of colours in the different tones of green. Other localities for emerald include Pakistan and Namibia.
There are 4 easy ways to stay in touch with Jewellery Maker. You can like our Facebook page and join a community of over 54,000 people. You can follow us on Twitter and tweet us your messages and opinions, send photos of your designs and enter our Wall of Fame competition. Or if you need any help or advice, you can email our friendly help team. Make sure to get involved and stay up to date with Jewellery Maker.
As promised, we are going to go straight into your wonderful star buy. And this is what really, well, one of the gemstones that puts Jewellery Maker on the map without shadow of a doubt, and it was a long time in the waiting. It's a little known fact amongst our Jewellery Maker friends and customers that it actually took us nigh on a decade to actually be able to bring you this gemstone. Now, if you're thinking, if you're actually saying, well, hang on a minute, Ellen, you've just celebrated your 6th birthday, you haven't been around for a decade, bear with me. Now, our associates worked tirelessly to be able to launch a collection of Jadeite, and the reason for that, not only is, I mean, if I just say rare, that doesn't give the gemstone enough, I suppose, welly to actually, and placement, rightful placement. This gemstone is single-handedly one of the most expensive. Out of the 10 top most valued pieces of jewellery on this entire planet, 5 of them are actually Jadeite. So not ruby, not emeralds, not diamonds, not sapphires. Jadeite is one of the most valued and expensive. So then hopefully it puts into place the reality of how sought after this gemstone is within the industry, the prices that it tends to command, and I'm talking wholesale before it even reaches our screens. Hopefully then you understand that it was 10 years in the waiting. Now thankfully we have not only been able to launch it here at Jewellery Maker, we have been able to back it up with different sizes, different amounts, different quantities, beautiful quality of colour. Jadeite is a gemstone which does come in variations, but you're ultimately looking for the most valued and sought after is the apple green. Apple green is what, commercially speaking, is the most prestigious, I suppose. Now, we have been able to bring that to you in the past. However, what's really exciting this morning is that I'm bringing you a 200 quantity of that apple green colour. It's hugely exciting. It's coming your way at a price tag. If you're thinking, well, hang on a minute, Elena, everything that you've just said so far takes it straight out of my sort of price bracket, maybe. Bear with me and trust us, be on the phone lines. I would certainly suggest do that sooner rather than later, even if you don't want to press that option 1 as of yet and you want to wait till you can visually see the star buy price. You will be dazzled for the quality, that consistency of apple green colours, for the uniqueness of this size as well, so amazingly wearable. I mean, yeah, I've brought you 8mm rounds in the past and 10mm rounds, but don't you think there's something absolutely wondrous about the 4mm? The fact that you could literally wear this day and night and never ever take it off. I can remember my mum buying her piece of Jadeite, which my mum's very much into gemstones. Let's just say I do very much take after her in that way. And she travelled all the way to China, and she knows her stuff. She knows what she's looking for. It is a gemstone you do need to be very wary of in terms of where you buy it from. Make sure you're buying it from a very reputable and ethical source, because unfortunately there are imposters out there. You want this gemstone to be the original Jadeite. Now, my mum, when she came back with this beautiful carving, it's only small, but beautiful carving from China, with this gorgeous colour, it was exciting for her and it's exciting for me, and any gemologist that looked at it would absolutely share that and share that delight as well. I can talk about personal experiences again whilst you're making those confirmations. When I was working, the first jewellery establishment that I worked at, there was this individual, it was kind of like a slab basically. It was about sort of 1 inch by maybe 2 inches of Jadeite, and it had a very strange kind of sketching across the top, carving across the top, and it was what they called pre-owned, pre-loved, I suppose. So it could have been an antique piece of jewellery at one time, who knows. But it was actually being retailed, this very small not particularly well carved piece of gemstones was being retailed in excess of £5,000, and I'm going back to when I was 18 years old, so it's a long time ago. This gemstone maintains value, especially when it actually has got this gorgeous, gorgeous colour. And look how universal, look how uniformed those colours are. Wonderful apple green, 50 carats in your 4mm round, very wearable. What would you do with this? Put it with your gold? I certainly would. Certainly your precious findings, and have it valued and appraised if you have the means to do so. Let's bring that price tag in, because this is what is going to absolutely stagger so many of you out there watching. £17.95. It's absolutely unheard of. Every time I've had the privilege of actually being around jadeite outside of the Jewellery Maker walls, I would absolutely be telling you, quoting prices with 4 figures. I'm not saying that's what this will be valued at. I'm not qualified to do that. I'm just talking about my personal experiences of when I've sold jadeite in the past. It was always 4 figures and then some. You can get hold of it today, the real deal, genuine jadeite from an ethical, reputable source, of course, which Jewellery Maker are absolutely 100% stand by, and make sure all of our customers not only believe but know. And you can buy it at £17 for 95 pence. Incredible. I mean, Deb, I would literally just restrand this like so. Keep it with my gold, because I'm a gold wearer, but if you prefer sterling silver, that's absolutely fine as well. But if you took this to a jewellery establishment, I could walk it into, I don't know, some of my previous associates, shall we say, down in Hatton Garden. If I walked this into one of those locations, I know what they would actually be quoting, because it's the quality of colour that we long for.
Yep.
It's a wearable size. You know, think of it like a strand of pearls, I suppose. It's wearable, so it's going to appeal to lots of customers out there. And if you put it with gold straight away, you are talking about investment jewellery.
I would actually probably combine it with pearls. Yeah. If I was going to combine it with something, just a white pearl would look amazing with it. Absolutely beautiful.
You saying that my jadeite necklace, which again I waited. Well, it was. I've been shopping with our associates pretty much since they started, before I started to work for them. So I waited 10 years to own jadeite, and mine is with pearls. Oh. Mine's actually with pearls, and it's got a little tiny jadeite heart at the bottom. It's only tiny, and literally these sort of sizes and pearls intermittently dispersed. Looks beautiful, and I know I paid way more than what's on your screen right now. If you want to multi-buy, you absolutely can. I highly doubt that we're going to be able to bring you jadeite opportunities like this every single day. Unfortunately, that would be too euphoric for me to believe that. Grab these opportunities whilst you can. Incredible. This with the Colombian emerald. Can I just put those together? This is coming up at 11 AM as the deal of the day. There's a combination. How prestigious. Colombian emerald and jadeite.
Yeah,
wow.
Two very distinctive greens, aren't they?
Yeah, with buttery gold in between.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, amazing. Incredible. That's coming up at 11 AM, so make sure you don't miss out on that. Incredible. Well done. Well done to each and every single one of you. Moving on to, let's do the first part of our kit, shall we? Now, it's starting with loads of findings. These beautiful bezels. They go with the clay. There's so many different components. Here we go. Oh my gosh, and look at these jump rings. Let me get some tweezers as well so I can show you the actual size. What a joy.
Yep, it was. I opened the findings pack up, and there was a bead scoop in there, and
you can really let your creative juices go with this, can't you, Deb? Absolutely. Now this is going to appeal not only to sort of standard beading jewellery makers. It's going to not just your polymer clay. It's going to appeal to your chain mailers, your macrames as well. We have got a triple figure quantity, so it is substantial. Includes a bead scoop as well. First things first, I'm just going to pick up these precision cut jump rings, which really are substantial. substantial. They actually measure, if I can just get those dimensions, they're looking like 9mm. The jump rings are we've got 6mm, I can see those. We've got slightly smaller ones, and 9mm, and you get 100 of these 9mm as well. So if you do love your chainmail, if you love making your Mobius style rings, these would be fabulous for it. Decorative head pins, ball head pins, featherweight head pins. You've got Fleur coming up on this afternoon show as well, so get your orders in for your chainmail, because they will absolutely sell out. Jump rings, well, they're not only, well, they're absolutely a necessity for chainmail. You can't do chainmail without jump rings, but they are a necessity for any jewellery making in total. You've got your extensions, you've got your toggles, you've got your metre long length of this really beautiful fancy Figaro chain, you've got crimps and crimp cupboards and shepherd hooks. In total, we are looking at, well, definitely a triple figure quantity of components of your findings, and it is one of our new findings packs, which has got 110 components of your findings, and then obviously 100 of your 9mm jump rings as well. Should we have a little look at the bead scoop? Because I know, jewellery makers, how much you love a bead scoop. We're always going to love a bead scoop. I always refer to the story of when we were at the NEC, and I hope we do that again. I hope we do, because it was like jewellery makers descending upon this one area in the NEC, and you were homing in on the bead scoop. It was literally, you know, you had to get your elbows out, didn't you, to get into the bead scoop, because there were so many people trying to get involved. And this is why, because you get such variation. You get different shapes, you get different sizes, you get different gemstones. It does sort of push your boundaries, I suppose, in terms of your creativity. It introduces you to new gemstones as well, and also, obviously, it's very, very affordable. Now, you might get some connectors like this. You might get carved flowers. You might get rounds. You might get 6mm. You might get 4mm. These are in your lovely blues and greens. I'm looking at magnesite. Oh, hang on a minute. Look at the combination of gemstones that you're getting here. Wow. Lapis.
Yep.
Lapis lazuli, I love that. That's an unusual lapis lazuli because it's not polished, kept quite textured and organic. You've got shell, you've got cultured pearls in here. I'm looking at, I think, a very, very unique type of jasper. If I hold it with the tweezers, then you can probably see that. Look at those lovely patterns. You can get anything. Anything as long as they fit into the blues and greens connections. You might get jadeite, you might get emeralds, you might get sapphires in there. As long as they are actually within the blues and greens, you'll actually see, you're going to get a big carat weight and a real variation of shapes and sizes as well. Don't forget, comes with your 9mm jump rings, comes with all the 100+ findings also. This is the first part of the kit, and it's a kit in its own right. And it is also, wow. If you're new to jewellery making, this is an absolute incredible starter kit, because you've got everything that you need here. You're absolutely covered. Everything that you need, from the gemstones to the actual sort of backbone of your jewellery designs, which are of course your findings. Yeah. I mean, our findings packs, I'm sure they sell themselves not far off £10.
Yeah.
The actual jump rings, the 9mm jump rings, certainly wouldn't be far off that price tag on their own. The bead scoop, let's give it a generous price tag. Well, I know we've done it before, so let's just say best case scenario, that's $4.95. You're getting everything here today for $12.95. We've got 100, in excess of 100 quantities. Do check out those baskets as soon as you possibly can. It is a joy, and I know our guest designers love working with bead scoops, Deb.
It is nice, and because you get lots of your favourite gemstones all in, you know, in your kit.
Yeah.
Whereas you might not, you definitely wouldn't get that variety normally.
No.
So
and if you were thinking, right, okay, I need to get the blues and the greens in particular restashing, and you were to then separate these gemstones into the gemstones in the different shapes, that's going to accumulate to quite a lot of strands that you're going to have to invest in if you were to buy them wholly. Obviously, this way you're going to get those multiple gemstones, those multiple cuts and shapes at a fraction of the cost. Now we're running out of time already. We've got another part to this kit, and we've got Deb obviously to bring you the inspiration. We want these all to sell out under £10 if you are dialing through right here, right now, making those confirmations. That 100 quantity, that's a giveaway price, Deb.
that is
A giveaway. You went all squeaky.
That is hands on hips sort of pose.
Hands on hips.
What's going on?
I know. I mean, you'd pay that for the jump rings alone.
Yeah.
The 9mm jump rings alone. We've got the wonderful Fleur coming up later on. So yeah, who loves to work with 9mm. She uses them as, you know.
I do.
And you do, don't you? Yeah, absolutely.
Just as elements, if you break up a chain, so cut up a chain and just reconnect it using these, it'll look incredible.
And they are
fantastic.
the precision cut ones too.
And you can tell when you're using them that they're a really quality jump ring because they close up.
I mean, we say it over and over and over again, but there is, you need to buy quality components like this, because if a jump ring, if it's open and it's not been precision cut, you'll be able to see that cut. You want it to be nigh on invisible. So yes, for the jump rings on their own at £9.95, incredible. The bead scoop on its own, incredible price, and all those incredible new new findings rather that we've actually got, including the metre long length of chain, the toggles, the featherweight head pins, the decorative head pins as well. It just keeps on coming. Add it to your order at £9.95. Grab it whilst you can. Lovely aquatic blues and greens, which just are going to go exceptional with the second components of this kit. Now, we have got brand new elements, which I know are going to excite you. And if you're thinking, I don't know how I'll work with those, Al, then don't worry, because Deb's going to show you as well. Now, I'm going to start with those. If you work with resin, if you work with silver clay, if you work with friendly plastic, if you do seed beading, pretty much any.
Well, actually, fabric and lace you could work these in with as well. Obviously your polymer. Even your wire work, because what you can do is make a wire work shape and then wrap it into the centre. So, you know, they are really versatile.
These are beautiful bezels, but I'm also looking at them in the same way, thinking they could be lockets, you know, little keepsakes. Maybe you could have, you know, your child's first tooth, or a lock of hair, or memories or dates, something like that, which are really symbolic. I know I was looking through a magazine the other day, and what's really, really, really prominent in the jewellery industry right now is sort of like, you can do cufflinks, for example, best men, and personalise them, but you tend to pay a premium for that personalisation. So, for example, if you're due to get married on a certain date, then you can have that in there. If you've got child's birth, whatever it might be, something of which you want to remember, obviously. Now, these are brand new, never been on your screens before. They're limited, we haven't got a huge quantity of them, and they're lovely bezels. Can you see that? So amazing frames, and they've got a real dimension, as you can see from the profile, which are 21mm in their actual width. Deb, how have you used these in your jewellery? You've actually used them with the polymer clay, haven't you?
I have, yeah. I was tempted to sneak some resin in there as well, but I resisted, because they look so amazing just with the polymer in there. So
they do, don't they? Look how pretty they are.
They are really, really easy to use as well. I was worried that the polymer might actually drop out once it was baked, but it didn't.
It doesn't. No. So you don't get any shrinkage.
There was nothing difficult at all about using them.
So you kind of use them in the same way like cake cutters, I suppose. You know?
Yeah,
Would you literally just stamp it onto the actual polymer itself? Yeah,
and then it's really easy just to trim off the top, any excess, with the blade
Love
running
that
across the
idea.
top.
Similarly, steampunk designs, these would be fantastic with, you know, where you can put the sort of...
wire up your cogs onto them and then have a whole collection of them as a pendant.
Gorgeous. Now you're getting 5 in total, and don't forget you've got the connectors either side, but not just on there, we've also got alongside your polymer clay. I am addicted to polymer clay. It's one of my favourite mediums. If you struggle with jewellery making, maybe sort of the fiddlier side of things, go with polymer clay, because honestly it is so addictive. It kind of takes us back to our Play-Doh days, I suppose. Maybe that's why I love it so much, because it's more about sort of sculpture and things like that. This is what polymer clay comes in, these beautiful and it's very costly ordinarily outside of these 4 walls. It's a quality product. We deliberately source the premium brand Sculpey clay, and you have got here the white granite. So can you see it's got tiny little flecks in there, little individual flecks that do look like marbling, I suppose. Yeah. Really, really beautiful sparkle. Moving along then to your rhino grey. It's quite a natural neutral colour, which is lovely. Then you've got your turquoise, that beautiful bold colour behind. Let me just move that along so you can actually see that as well. And last but by no means least, you actually have got your black as well. So really solid colours, very versatile colours which work wonderfully. And again, you can create pieces of jewellery just with these components here. Maybe make these into little individual pendants or scenes or something like that, or initials, either or. Limited, however, with the brand new connectors. Even if you don't work with polymer clay as of yet or haven't started, give it a go. Honestly, it's so addictive and so incredibly easy as well. Coming your way, one of the most affordable kits that I've seen in weeks upon weeks. $12.95. I mean, if you got the sterling silver chain that we had earlier on and just attached a length of chain either side to one of those connectors, made a feature like Deb's done, and she's going to be demonstrating that with you, you've got a beautiful designer looking piece of jewellery.
Yes. Yeah.
I look at your collection, and for me, it's riverside, it's seaside style jewellery. It kind of reminds me of Cornwall and St Ives. Yes. Yeah. It's got that sort of appearance. You can imagine it in little boutiques by the side of the sea.
Well,
beautiful.
When I saw the name of the kit,
which I hadn't even looked at, by the way,
Coast to Coast, I just thought it's got to be like pebbles and
of course it has.
A coastal path.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Just meandering and something casual and relaxed.
And you can replicate sort of coral with these lovely colours as well, because coral does come in those gorgeous greens and that sort of ecru colour as well. So yeah, that would work amazing. Just texture it slightly. It was, I think, Nadia who did it first, just texturing the actual polymer clay. And I thought it was little individual pieces of coral.
Well, that's what I did with the pebbles in here. Is I've textured them.
Yeah.
And I've used my hand and a rag as well. Yeah. Just to provide a bit of texture to the pebble shapes.
Looks absolutely gorgeous. Okay, now before we actually get into the demonstration, I want to bring you a big chunk, a substantial quantity of wire. I think, then we've covered all the, we've covered all the angles, all the mediums, all the components that you possibly could need within this kit. Now, we're also ticking lots of your favourite colours here. Your gold, your silver and your bronze. Bronze seems to be very elusive just at the moment.
Yeah, I haven't seen it for ages.
Very limited in stock. I'll talk through all of the different gauges that you're getting. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 individual spools here. Of all of those lovely colours. I mean, look at that. Doesn't it look beautiful as it is?
It does. Yeah, it does.
Stacked on top of one another. We've got, starting at the top, we've got 10 metres of your 0.4 gauge in your antique bronze. So perfect for your weaving or your embellishment. You mentioned earlier on rosary linking. Yes. That would be fabulous for that. Then you've got same gauge, your 0.4, you've got 10 metres in the gold. So loving that contrast.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing contrast. Sorry to interrupt myself, but we're limited. It's a low stock opportunity, so do grab it whilst you can. There are only 30, so first come, first serve. Then we're moving on to our structural gauges, you know, the stronger gauges, which you can certainly create, you can texture, you can wire right with. This is 1 mil gauge here. And you get 10 meters of 0.8 in your gold, then you've got 10 meters in your 1 mil in the silver, and last but by no means least, you have got 10 meters of your 0.8 in your copper. I mean, that's covering pretty much all the necessities.
It is, yeah.
In terms of your gauges.
Yeah, so you've got the whole spectrum really, haven't you? So you can make your findings, you can make your frameworks, you can do your weaving and binding sections. So
it's all there. You can make jump rings with these, absolutely. So yeah, perfect. And you don't get bundles with these 3 colours.
No,
because they are the most popular. They do. Yeah. The silver, the gold, and the antique bronze are the most popular. Now, 30 approximately is what we have left in stock. This is where we should be. £25.70. We're giving you 50% off. First come, first serve.
Really?
Wow. £12.85. Deb, I know that. I mean, I've been around for a while now. I've been around for 4 years here at Jewellery Maker, and seriously, one of those spools used to be about that price tag.
Yes.
When I was here, one of those spools. You've got 6 for the price of 1.
And they're the most popular colours.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, this isn't a case of, you know, we're disposing of the colours which maybe don't sell as well.
No.
These are the absolute desired ones. I mean, if I went into our shop here in the studio, we wouldn't get those colours.
No.
I wouldn't be able to put my hands on those. Grab them whilst you can. 60 metres, and that's working out at 21 pence per metre.
Brilliant.
I mean, a metre is gonna get you a finished piece of jewellery, really.
Yeah. Yeah, it will.
Half the stock is gone already. Look at that quantity, absolutely plummet. Please check out if you're with me on the web. And telephone bidders, do stay where you are instantaneously down to single figures, and I'm not surprised by that in the slightest. Those of you that have been shopping with us for a length of time will certainly recall as well. One 10-metre spool, let's say of the gold, would have been in excess of that price tag.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it? 4 years ago. Not only has the quality got better, but the price has got lower. I mean, that doesn't make any sense, does it?
No. And the price doesn't make any sense either.
No, but let's not try, Deb. Let's not try. As long as you're right, let's not try and make sense of it. It's not for us to do that, is it?
It isn't really. No,
not for us. Make sure you're making those confirmations. I'll leave those last 6 there because we are over allocated. Now, before we move on, I love these.
I love those.
There's a collection, linear. Have you heard of a linear collection before? Or it's all about endless straight lines. You know, very, very contemporary. Straight lines can be quite dynamic and often send sort of messages, but from a jewellery maker's point of view, even if you've left it on its own, looks incredible, but you can anchor onto these as well. I think they're quite Grecian.
Yes.
Look, I mean, would you wear that like so?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I would definitely wear this like so.
Yeah.
That to me is a finished piece of jewellery.
It just looks so amazing, really, really high end.
Incredible. It's those parallel lines next to one another. When I show you all the way around this, you can weave onto it, you can polymer clay bake onto them. You can use your fabrics.
Yep, all of the wire gauges that we've just had, you can work with these.
Yeah.
Leather as well. You can attach leather onto it.
Really good point. And whilst they are cuffs, there's nothing stopping you opening these out if you wanted to and using them as a frame, I don't know, for a collar or something like that. Absolutely beautiful, really substantial. 2.5 by 50. So really, really substantial in their size, and you can feel that quality there. Feel that quality. You can texture onto these, and to be honest, I would wear them as they are on their own. You're getting the gold and also the silver. in their colour, and they are silver plated brass cuffs. Now, yes, like you said there, Deb, they'd look wonderful with the wire that you've just seen, because it's the perfect colours.
Yeah, yeah.
They are the perfect colours for them. Get them whilst you can, though. If you've been in your high street, or you've done any high street shopping just recently, one of these, it's going to be in excess of the price tag that you've seen previously. Anne in Caithness, hello to you, my darling. She says, hi, you can hang a charm off the bar and centre. That's a good idea. Literally leave it simple.
Yeah.
Have it moving around.
Yeah.
I love that idea.
Yeah, almost like a bubble bracelet, but on the bar as well. You could have a whole collection.
Beautiful.
With your bead scoop.
With the bead scoop. Oh, yeah.
Lots of colours.
If you got the bead scoop, you'd have enough gemstones to probably fill one of those cuffs.
You would. Yeah, you would.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
With your wire.
With that wire.
0.4.
Yep. Yeah. And just completely encrusted.
And have a really big embellished cuff. That would be amazing.
It would.
Like I said, you wouldn't get one of these in most retailers on the high street at a sort of fashion shops. We should be bringing you both for £11.90, but we're not even done there. You're getting both colours, which if you like to mix your colours and tones of metals like I do, then you're going to find you're certainly going to appreciate this, because today it's buy one, get one free. You're going to get both for £5.95. It's so easy to sort of wrap or stretch fabric over it, or mesh, which we've got. I know that's coming up as well. Polymer clay. You can bake these, so if you actually put the polymer clay across the surface.
Yeah, you can. It'd be quite nice, actually, following on from the charm idea, to just bake a section of clay running down the centre. So you just have, it's maybe a bit big, but
we can imagine. I know where you're going.
Almost like a bead, then just floating.
Yeah, that's a nice idea.
Be really nice.
Oh, I like the idea of maybe moving, having them move as well.
Yeah.
£5.95 only. Again, £5.95 for silver-plated brass. You know, there is precious metal here. Notice how I'm always drawn to the actual gold. But you could actually put them up on the upper arm as well, which is very Grecian, or Egyptian, if you like, in style. Love it, love it, love it. Grab it whilst you can. Okay, now I did mention mesh, so I'll do that just quickly before we go into our demonstration.
Oh, the mesh would look fantastic on there as well.
Oh, and you can stretch it over.
Yeah.
Loads and loads and loads of requests for mesh just recently from our viewers. Wire mesh, again, I can remember we used to sell it not in these little pots or spools.
Yep.
It used to be by it used to be a metre length, didn't it?
Yeah, just a strip of it.
£14.95.
Yeah.
Can you remember those days?
Yep.
Look at what you're getting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but you have got different gauges. The 3mm, which are on the spools at the front, and the 18mm, which is slightly thicker. Can you see if I turn them that way? And I'll get one of them out actually for you to see. Wire mesh actually sort of stretches out. It's great for creating structure. Similarly with your fascinators or...
yeah, because it's light and it catches the light, so it has real impact.
It's just beautiful. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
So bear with me. I'll pull this out. We have got DVDs designated to wire mesh as well. So those wire cuffs that you just saw, handy little pots that they actually come in.
Yes.
Pull these out, and it's forgiving as well, which is why I like it. If you do something and you're like, oh, I'm not sure on that, not a problem, it'll go back. Watch this. So this is your wire mesh. It's kind of like a tube of very, very, very fine Viking knit, and it pulls out like so. You can literally create amazing structures. Now these will then be sort of wrapped and made into flowers possibly, or you can feed gemstones in or wire into it if you like as well. But if you don't like what you see, if you don't like what you've actually done, and I've done that very quickly obviously, just stretch it out, because it is kind of almost like a memory wire, I suppose, and it'll go straight back to whence it was before. previously. It's a soft, wiry fabric, which is just beautiful. Works wonderful in your vintage style designs. So you've got here your black in the 18mm, you've got your antique bronze in the 18mm and your gold, and then in the 3mm gauge you have got your black wire mesh, your rose gold mesh and your pale silver. So all of the essentials really that you could possibly need. Let's pop that back in there so you can actually see everything that you're getting. And you know we mentioned $14.95 for a metre long length? Those days are well and truly gone. Because we should be at $26.70, but we're still going to go lower. We're going to bring you all 3 colours in their different gauges for $14.95. I mean, there's a metre, 3 metres, and 15 yards. I can't work that out. So you've got 15 yards on the spools and 3 metres here. It's a lot, isn't it?
It is a lot, yeah.
I'm not great with my sort of metric system. I perhaps need to swat up on that somewhat. But yeah, 15 yards and 3 metres for $14.95. That's going to go a long way. So those of you that are just getting into maybe your fascinators and your tiaras and things like that.
The thinner mesh as well, if you kumihimo it,
yes,
looks really nice.
Oh,
very pretty.
That's a good idea. And do you know that's an indulgence that, like, going back, I would never have suggested because wire mesh was so costly at one point.
But now you can.
Now you can at these prices we can sort of talk about kumihimoing with it. Wow, that or just simply feeding gemstones into the centre and then just attaching clasps at either end. Looks gorgeous, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Looks gorgeous. Well done. Stay where you are on those phone lines. And over to our gorgeous Deb Rudge.
Okay.
What are we making today, Deb?
I thought I'd show you very quickly how I did the pebbles.
Yes.
And put the texture on
because
them.
they fooled me. I actually thought these were you had been
actual
down to
pebbles.
Cornwall on the weekend or something like that.
They're super glossy as well with the polymer
That looks like a Larimar, doesn't it?
It does.
So maybe your budget doesn't stretch to a strand of Larimar right now.
You can make it with the colours.
You can actually sort of make a replica, I suppose. Beautiful.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, fabulous.
Okay, so for the centre of the pebbles, I actually use scrap clay.
Yes.
So they're all various different
so
sizes.
never throw your polymer clay away. The scrap keep hold of. Keep hold of.
Yeah. So I use little bits of scrap and also some of the black as well. So to cover them, what I did was mixed up a whole range of different colours out of my packs. So some of the rhino grey, that's that one, isn't it? That stayed in rhino grey. I mixed some with the granite, so you get a lighter shade. So just various quantities. I think that was probably it was around 1 part of the rhino and about half a block, half a segment, if you like, of the granite. So you get a paler one. And then these were various combinations of the black, the white and the turquoise.
See, that's the beauty. Whilst, yes, this kit comes with 4 different colours, if you mix it, you get a real palette,
a whole
don't
range.
you?
And you can carry on mixing. So this was 50% black and 50% turquoise. And you get a greeny grey colour, so you get some fantastic pebbly colours.
Yeah,
so just
gorgeous.
Roll your either your black or your scrap. That's the word. Totally eluded me then.
You were lost. You lost. I do that all the time, Deb. Don't worry.
I couldn't think what the word was. It's not that difficult to word. I said it 2 minutes ago. Oojmy flip. So I'll pop this this grey through my roller, because what I wanted to do was actually use the colours that I'd mixed really sparingly. So I'll just quickly pop that through and take it down onto a really thin section. So that's the number 6 on the roller. And then just take the pebble shape and wrap it around. Pull it off.
Yeah.
And then the ends, you can either take those off.
Again, keep hold of it.
Pop them back into your colour and just fold the ends over. So then give it a roll again.
Yeah, just to smooth out those edges.
Smooth it all out. And then there were a couple of ways that I shaped them and put the texture on. And one of the ways was to just hold my hand in a cup shape, pop the polymer into where there were creases on the edge and just give it a press. So,
well, after all, they would be organic, so there's nothing wrong with following an organic shape of your hand as well.
No, so you get then a texture on top of your pebble, so it gives it a bit of a rough surface. Alternatively, on some of them, I actually took the polymer clay tools, the wax carving tools that we've got, and I love just rubbing the textured handle over the edge.
Yeah.
Just
could you maybe use some, you know, anything that you've got, you can get your hands on, maybe some lace or.
Well, the other thing, I've got old dusters at home that I've used with alcohol inks and various bits. So if you just scrunch up the cloth and push the polymer in, again, it gives you a really textured surface. So you get a rock sort of formation happening.
Gorgeous. Yeah. Okay.
So the only other thing you need to do is remember to put one of your pins through so that you've got a threading point.
Yes, obviously, because you've anchored on to this actual piece, so you need you do need a drill, essentially a drill hole, don't you?
A drill hole, yeah. And then put it onto your rack to bake, so that it's not then distorting all your texture.
Yes, now bead racks are available again on our website if you're wondering what Deb's talking about. Just look at polymer clay bead racks, and there we go, they look like this. And you just basically suspend them, and they're absolutely perfect for that.
And you can load it up with loads and loads and loads of your your beads.
Okay. Now, as a combination alongside this, the blues and the greens that you're getting with the bead scoops, we thought it would be a wonderful introduction, maybe to lift it ever so slightly if you wanted to, with gorgeous pinks as well.
Yeah, that would work really nicely with the colour tones that we've got.
Yeah, definitely.
With the sort of rhino mixed with the white. And
now, I looked at these initially and I thought, gosh, that's some amazing rose quartz. I actually thought this was rose quartz. And in terms of the colour, I think it's absolutely perfect. It's quartzite, which of course it is a member of the quartz family, and they've actually been dyed, but the perfect colour. So everything that a rose quartz aspires to be. Now, the beauty of quartzite is the fact that it's got a very rough crystal, crystal formation, so it'll hold on to colour absolutely brilliantly, exceptionally. I mean, how beautiful is this? Imagine this with maybe your Larimar blues, or like Deb was demonstrating, sort of the sea greens, those aquatic colours, or your ecru tones, or your nudes. Imagine this with your minty greens. That would look stunning as well. We have actually got some pieces of jewellery, which I can actually show you. Look at this. I would buy this piece of jewellery 100%. We've got bracelets here. We've got bracelets made by Anne. Lovely Anne. I'd buy this, Anne. Isn't that gorgeous?
Pretty.
And again, it's just with the findings kit that you had earlier on. It's just simple rebeading that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Using different findings, you've got the head pins, you've got the wire if you wanted to use wire, spacer beads most definitely. I mean, how stunning is this? And that real delicate rose petal pink.
Yeah, works so nicely with the rose gold colour as well as the silver,
yes.
doesn't it?
Well, Anne's obviously wanted to show you because she's gone, right, silver, rose, and also look at it with the titanium.
Yes.
She's wanted to show you all the different colours and findings that it works with. Really beautiful. Roses and roses. So you get 160 carats on one strand, and you're getting it times 3. We should be bringing it to you. Another benefit of quartzite, not only does it hold amazing colour, it's also a very durable gemstone. It's also very affordable for one of Mother Nature's incredible treasures. Not $11.95. Do you know what? I'm getting this. I'm just turning them into stretchy bracelets.
Yeah, worked brilliantly well.
$6.95. I'd pay that for one of those strands, not 3. I mean, that is 6 stretchy bracelets straight away there. Probably more if you actually do what Anne did and include the spaces as well.
Yep, definitely.
Really amazing.
That is amazing. There's so many, and I mean, you don't have to use them all in one piece.
No, no.
You can spread them out if you want to make a few pieces for different occasions, like you've got here with different coloured golds. You've got
this
enough.
long necklace, you've probably, Anne's only probably used about 10 or 20.
Yeah, because they're spaced out, but it's got a huge impact to it. So
yeah, love it. I
that's
agree.
fantastic.
Christine in North Yorkshire saying they would look beautiful with black spinel.
Oh yeah, they would.
They really would. I love that as well. Baby pink with black spinel.
Yeah.
We'll put that at the bottom of the screen. I think it's quite rock chicky. Do you know what I mean?
I
It's
like
quite
it.
edgy.
Yeah.
It's feminine, but at the same time, it's like.
It's like the monochrome look, but just slightly different.
A little bit more feminine.
Bit more, yeah.
Yeah, totally agree with you there, Christine. And I was thinking exactly the same. I love baby pink, and I particularly love it with blacks, with black colours, absolutely flying. And at that price tag, I'm not surprised. Can I just make a suggestion? If you donate to charities, and it was Fleur that came up with this idea. She was like, rather than give X amount each month, which so many of us do, I know, and I do as well by direct debit. She said, I would rather put that money into Jewellery Maker, buy bundles like this, and then put a little bit of my own skill, which if you turn them into stretchy bracelets is limited. You don't need a huge amount of jewellery making skills. Sell them, what do you reckon, £5 each? £5 each, they'd fly. They'd absolutely fly. And instead of actually donating, I don't know, $6.95, you're going to be donating 6 times that price tag. Sarah in Worcestershire, good way of stocking up on Pantone colours. Absolutely, 100%, because this is Pantone, or one of the Pantone colours for 2016. So if you're wondering why it's about all the pastels and pinks and the baby blues, it's because of that very, very reason. Absolutely stunning.
It is. And it does work really nicely with this kit.
Yeah, really does. Okay, do you know what else look incredible with this? Now, we're limited. We've only got 76 of these available.
Oh, yummy.
Can I hold them next to one another? Because I just think they look beautiful. These are big fluorite. We're gonna have to put the price in straight away, pretty much, because there's not going to be enough of these to go around. Look at that for a combination. That's beautiful.
It is. And it'd look incredible with this kit again.
It would look amazing with this. I want this. And so, but right now, my mum is saying, I would like, Eleanor. No, I want these.
Yes.
I do. Look at 350 carats of beautiful, sizable, natural fluorite coming your way out. We're going to have to bring that price tag in straight away. Let me show you the fluorite on its own, because you can see the purples, the greens, the blues, the bicolour examples that you've got within here, coming up at almost a metre long length. What? Kim says, I don't know why. This is not me. This is something I'm honouring. £2.50. for fluorite.
That's
Fluorite,
unbelievable.
the most colourful mineral on the planet. This gorgeous gemstone which has an ability to fluoresce, hence the name. This gorgeous gemstone which, like I said, you can have some colour change examples, you can have bicolour examples, you have greens, you have pinks, you have blues, you have zebras, banding, almost all sold out, but please do stay where you are on those phone lines. We're going to try and squeeze in as many opportunities as we can, and of course, demonstrations from the lovely Deb. Fleur, hello, guest designer Fleur. Morning, lovely ladies. My next chandelier is going to be fluorite. Yes.
That looked really nice.
250, Fleur. Yeah, that would be amazing, Fleur, as well.
It would.
Have you seen Fleur's chandeliers?
Yes.
Just. You're a clever lady, and we'll see you in a bit, gorgeous. We'll see you in a bit. Just do a quick recap as well for those of you that maybe had a lie-in. Why is it on your days off, when you can have a lie-in, you never do? And then on your days of work, when you can't have a lie-in, you want to.
You need to.
Yeah, why is that? Anyway, if you did have that luxury, then you might have missed out on this. Over 200 have gone. I'm about to bring you a metre of sterling silver in one of the most beautiful, lustrous, intricate chains. Look at the sparkle. We've still got 69 still in basket, so you'll need to check those out. Text message from Alison. Last week a metre was £24.95. Yeah, I can't explain that, Alison. That's more like the price that we should be. In fact, I remember that. Now you've said it. That's a really good point, Alison. I can't explain it. It's just one of those, oh, listen, I don't know, we might have sourced this from somewhere else. We might have, this might have been part of a big negotiation. I don't know. It might have, it could be a mistake.
Silver might have been bought at a different time when the metal prices were different.
Yeah, but even then I don't think it would fluctuate that much. But to be honest, Alison, you know what? Just grab it whilst you can at these deals. 69 are still in baskets. We had a 400 quantity. Over 200 are gone. They won't last. They will not hang about. A metre long length of genuine sterling silver. We're not even talking about copper with a silver overlay. We're talking about solid precious metals here. I mean, one thing I actually pointed out, and thank you for that message, by the way, Alison, was, hang on a minute, our 18-inch chains are the price that we're actually about to take this to. Yes, okay, they've got the lobster or clasp or whatever, the connector as well, but that's minimal, doesn't equate to what we're about to do. Get it whilst you can. Beautiful delicacy, $6.95. I don't know, we could potentially have missed a 2 off that price tag. I don't know. That would make more sense, to be honest. $26.95 for genuine sterling silver.
Yeah.
That's working out sort of just over £1 per bracelet.
It's amazing to be able to get that much chain at that price.
Yeah.
And I would definitely be multi-buying if I was at home.
Oh, well, even if this was brass or copper, you know, or a base metal with your overlay, then I would certainly be multi-buying as well.
Yeah.
But genuine precious metal and a metre long length. Shall I hold this out just to put this into? This is all sterling silver. All sterling silver.
It's absolutely amazing, and just the manufacturing process. You know, you think
I've seen
about
these chains be made. Do you know it's like really intricate weaving, basically? It's like knitting. It's like knitting with fine silver wire. It's really, really, really fascinating to watch. And then, of course, the polishing process. It's not simple, and certainly doesn't equate to what you've got on your screen right now. Again, it's so. This for me, I'm thinking about gifts, because I'll get the chain and then I can very easily attach a lobster claw to it. And there's probably 2 necklaces and a bracelet straight away.
Yeah.
Straight away at £6.95 only. Super busy though. Please check out those baskets. Do not leave them, because whilst we had 400, as you can imagine, we are down to the last few percentage really, and lots of people on the phone lines as well. Incredible deal. Okay, one more quick recap. I'm in love with these.
I am as well. I love the size. Bracelets.
And me. Do you know, I own Jadeite, which is bigger, and I love the bigger sizes, but don't you think these are just really delicate?
They are so cute. And
hold up to the neck.
As a bracelet, I'd wear it every day. It'd just
never take it off.
Yeah.
Well, Fleur, funny enough, who we've just seen message through, she actually said, I never take my Jadeite bracelet off, and I never will.
No.
And I do not blame her. Why would she? Why would she? Look how beautiful this is. It's going to be one of the most, in fact, I think it is the most affordable Jadeite that you've had on your screens. 4mm rounds, which they're a size which is so amazingly practical. You can wear them, like I said, by day or by night. In terms of this gemstone, you're looking for the apple greens. And you've definitely got those apple greens here. Real consistency of colour. I'm buying this, and I've got Jadeite already.
Yeah, I'll be getting some as well, and I've got some in a bigger round, so it worked brilliantly.
Yeah, it's the first time I've actually seen them at 4mm. Recap, however, we had 200 of them available at the beginning of the morning. They've been with you on your screens for less than an hour, and already huge percentage have sold out. £17.95. I mean, I'm thinking straight away with your golds, but or your silver, whichever it might be.
Rose gold would look really pretty as well. Rose gold would look
amazing. Absolutely. We were talking about combining it with the Colombian emeralds, which are coming up as today's deal of the day, or maybe even some pearls would look absolutely fabulous. This is a very considered gemstone in the gemstone world. Make sure it is actual Jadeite that you are buying, because certain countries, you know, actually describe other gemstones as Jadeite when it's not actually Jadeite. Here at Jewellery Maker, you are buying the real deal, of course. 50 carats in 4mm rounds. Yeah, little individual jump rings as spacers and a connector. Gorgeous.
Yep. Keep it simple and let the colour and the gemstone just shine through.
It's a stunning colour as well, isn't it? We're seeing a lot more of your pastels. And
yeah, I think it's gorgeous colour.
I do as well.
Really gentle.
Yeah, that's the word. That's the word. Okay, quick text message for you from Alison in Merseyside saying, I buy my beads from JM, make jewellery, and then donate everything I make to a local charity to raise funds. I love JM prices. Alison, that's lovely. So wonderful, and how beautifully generous. And you know what? That's the difference. You know, your skills, your talents are making a difference to others as well. So I really stand by what you've done. And it was Fleur, Fleur just messaged in then, who actually suggested it, and I've done it since. Yeah, back to you, our wonderful Deb.
Okay. So if I just show you quickly how I filled the bezel.
The new connectors, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, bezel, really easy. They are bezels, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
I'm molting on you, look.
Are you?
Sorry.
Oh, I keep molting as well. It's the time of year.
Yeah.
Or is it? I don't know. I molt all the time.
Yeah, me too.
Right, so take your bezel, and then what I did was I used some of my black clay, and I just pressed that into the bezel shape and made sure it went right to the edges, and then taking one of my blades, just bring it across the top.
You're slicing across the top.
Slice
there, aren't
across
you?
the top, and you get a nice even fill then.
See, that looks lovely just like it is.
It does. It does look amazing.
Just like there's the contrast, that monochrome.
And you know, if you like screw up lots of your scrap clay at the end, and then you cut it, and it always looks incredible when you open it up. If you pop that in here, that will look amazing, because it will just finish it off.
No, wait, is this literally black clay here what we're looking at, which we've then just textured?
Yeah, so if you do your silver clays or your copper clays, well, your silver clay definitely, you get like the little metal grid that you put over your burner. And then if you just press that into the back of your clay,
so it kind of
on
oozes
the bezel,
a little bit.
Yeah, that will then give you a texture.
Yeah.
So you don't need to sand or finish the back necessarily. That would give you enough of a pattern then to disguise any fingerprints or marks
Yeah.
that you've got in there.
Absolutely.
Finishes it off really professionally.
So that's the back.
So that's the back, and then just on the front,
The back looks lovely, doesn't it?
I made a layered. Well, I think if you're wearing a piece, you don't want to have a horrible back on a pendant or on a connector, because you want it to look amazing if it flips round as well.
So here you've just literally layered all the colours.
Yeah, so I layered lots of colours. I sneaked in some yellow and orange as well, because the turquoise colour actually reminded me of boats in Malta. And so that's what I went for. So if you wanted to do a similar thing with the colours that you've got, you can just layer them up like that in different thicknesses. And then when you trim it down, it gives you, actually those colours will look amazing. It gives you a really nice stripe on the
It's
end.
like licorice all sorts.
It is. It's such a cool way to get a really nice effect. And I like doing this. So if we pop those two together and use that one to cover out.
Do you know, I'm just thinking, with these colours as well, you could do it. Someone make a licorice all sort necklace.
You could do it, yeah. Yeah.
I love licorice.
We're just going to roll those, get them to be a little bit wider, and then take in the bezel, pop that on top and press down. So I'll need to do my texture
So you're using
again.
it as, again, like a cake cutter, aren't you?
Yeah, it just gives you the shape then, and you can then peel off the outer sections. And I'm going to then just trim off the black that's oozed through. That's a really good word, actually.
Ooze is a good word.
Ooze is a really good word. Retexture the back, and then take it up. So
look.
And then to finish along the edges, you can either bake it like that and then sand it down on some wet and dry paper, or you can just pinch around the edge, and it will, if you just run your thumb or your finger over the edge, it just takes it back to the metal on the edge.
Kind of gives it a little bezel.
Cleans it up.
Stunning. Lots of fun to be had with these gorgeous bezels. Lots of fun to be had with polymer clay. You know I'm addicted to it. Thank you so much, Deb.
You're welcome.
More inspiration from Deb. More amazing deals coming your way. We've got Tanzanite coming up. Yeah, big star buy straight after the break. And don't forget, we have also got your Colombian emerald as today's deal of the day. So much more to see after this.
If for any reason you're not satisfied with your purchase, you have the benefit of our no-quibble 30-day money-back guarantee. Just complete the returns form enclosed with your goods and send them back for a full refund.
I started making jewellery about 4 years ago. A friend of mine asked me to go to a class with her, and I love arts and crafts, so I thought, great, that would be lovely. Went along and we did lots of the basic jewellery, such as learning just to attach a clasp. We did a stretchy bracelet, a Byzantine chainmail bracelet, beady beads, all those sort of things. I found out about Jewellery Maker at the classes that I went to. The lady there was very good. She gave us a lot of her suppliers that she used, and she also mentioned Jewellery Maker. So I started watching that and got hooked. And just every day it's on in my home. If I'm doing anything at all, it's always on in the background. I love the Jewellery Maker channel because it's a one-stop shop. You can get virtually anything you need from there. It's good quality products. I think the most important thing would be to say, don't be put off by Carol singing. Just turn the sound down slightly.
Amethyst is a gem which you can get in so many different colours, so many different shades, so many different clarities, and at Jewellery Maker we're lucky enough to have pretty much every single imaginable example of amethyst, whether it's natural Colombian mined Zambian amethyst or whether it's going to be really highly prized lavender amethyst. And it's a gemstone which people have heard of. It's a household name. It's a gemstone with so much heritage, and it's worn by people of all ages, from all classes of society, and it's a fantastic gem to own.
Get creative with Mark Smith with his Craft Fair DVD. Mark guides you through 6 sections of fascinating techniques that sell the best on his very own successful craft fairs. He concludes this DVD by sharing his own tips and hints that make his own stalls very popular. To get your hands on a copy of this fantastic DVD, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Get creative with Jewellery Maker. You can now book Jewellery Maker workshops online. Just head over to our Jewellery Maker website and click on the workshop link. We have a wide range of workshops from beginner to intermediate, covering a variety of mediums. Once you have found a workshop you'd like to attend, simply click on the Book Now button. Fill in the required fields and then press Continue. This will take you through to the payment page. If you have any questions, you can contact our workshop coordinator Wendy at any time by emailing workshop@jewellerymaker.com. We look forward to seeing you.
Now, straight into a gorgeous star buy of Tanzanite, this gemstone that we, of course, know and love. And it was an instant attraction, wasn't it, from the moment it was discovered in the 1960s. We still have very, very close acquaintances and friendships and bonds with some of the most historical figures in gemstones, and John Sowell is one of those. Now, if you're thinking, who's John Sowell? He is the gentleman that walked this very gemstone into Tiffany's & Co. back in the 1960s when it was initially discovered. I can remember the day that I saw him in the office, literally walked past him firstly. I was completely and utterly starstruck because he is without shadow of a doubt an icon, and potentially if it wasn't for John Sowell then we wouldn't have this gorgeous gemstone. Now, why am I saying this? Why is that important to you? Why are associations, I suppose, particularly relevant? It's because John will actually will maintain his friendship and his association with us here at Jewellery Maker because of the quality that we do actually offer and the respectability that we actually have to this gorgeous gemstone. So please understand that if you're buying from us Tanzanite, you are buying as close to sort of the historical figures that made this gemstone so amazingly iconic as it is today. Now, I'm going to start with a gorgeous faceted opportunity of rich vanadium blue Tanzanite. The more invigorating that colour, the more enticing that colour, the more prominent that colour, the more valuable the Tanzanite is. I mean, look at that gorgeous sparkle. So yes, I can bring you Tanzanite, which is maybe probably at sort of the price tag that we're about to take this to more frequently, but would it actually have that intensity of saturation? That is what is always on our forefront. I'm being absolutely bowled over because within this strand I'm not only looking at graded Tanzanite qualities, but I'm also looking at bicolour examples here. I've got beautiful aquatic sea blues and greens at the very base of the gemstones, and you're also seeing these depth saturations, all of which, like I said, I could bring you Tanzanite more frequently at the price tag maybe if they were lacking in that vanadium, if they were slightly sort of more colourless than blue. You wanted to have that really distinctive violet tone. Brand new already. Lots of you saying, I can't miss up a Tanzanite, can't pass these opportunities. This is an exciting star buy. Forgive me, you have seen this previously before, however the star buy price is not to be missed on. Do you notice that blush of pink that's coming through from these beautiful faceted gemstones? Do you notice the intensities of hues coming through, which could be, I don't know, I'm not saying that they are, they aren't. If you were to take this to certain jewellery establishments and ask a gemologist to grade this, I know they'd be excited with what, or you'd be excited with what they came back with. Good luck, because it's coming your way at... Again, it's the associations, our buying power, the fact that we are attached, I suppose, to one of the most historical figures of Tanzanite on this entire planet. And believe me, that moment that I saw John Sal is one I will never, ever, ever forget, because he is, without shadow of a doubt, the gentleman that I personally would hold responsible for this gemstone being as coveted as it is today. Wonderful depth of colour, one locational with beautiful triachroism coming through, and a long length of 32 centimetres. Already people multi-buying, already people saying, I can't pass up this opportunity. Now, if you love this strand, absolutely incredible. If you are really shopping today for your Tanzanite, look at this, because this is coming up back-to-back star buy. We've got faceted and non-faceted. So we're going to go straight into that, actually. So imagine having that contrast, the contrast of cut. This is amazing. Look at the size. Now I've got just over... Look. If you're on the web, ignore that price, by the way. I don't know what it is, but that's just the instructions from my producer. Wait. Kim, can you tell me what you're taking it to? Shut the front door. I'm going to ask you a question. And I kind of knew that Kim was going to say something like that, because it's Kim. But I'm going to ask you a question. Imagine that one individual rondelle in the centre. So yeah, imagine this was a cabochon, which it is really, isn't it? Okay. And I was saying that this, which is what do you reckon, about 5 carats at least? Approximate, let's just say approximately 5 carats. If I was to say I'm bringing you a 5 carat Tanzanite, look at the colour, depth of colour, look at the quality, look how they've got that real consistency, and I was going to say a price tag, what would you imagine it to be? Because I know that in the past, we here at Jewellery Maker have brought you individual cabochons of, I think 10 carats was one I recall bringing, and it was about £40. Still amazing, still super competitive. You're not just getting that one cabochon, because it is basically a cabochon, isn't it? You're also getting these wonderful plain rondelles with that intensity. Oh, look at the colours at no way near that price tag. No way near. Now I've got 100 of these available. Grab them whilst you can, because we're going to go straight down to your star buy deal. Incredible. I don't know how it's possible. $14.95. Excuse me. For everything that you are getting here. 65 carats, Deb, of genuine Tanzanite.
That doesn't seem real. The fact that you've got it at that price is amazing.
No, I mean, again, if I was just to say, oh, okay, there's a cabochon coming your way of approximately 5 carats and it was $14.95, everybody would be thinking, oh, that's good. Yeah. That's an amazing deal. But, I mean, you've got multiple cabochons here. And you've got to treat it in the same way, really, haven't we? Because they're individual parcels. I'm not surprised that the phone lines have absolutely lit up, and so is the web. £14.95 only. 30 is still in baskets. Please do check out those baskets as soon as you possibly can. Grab it whilst you can, because 100 is going to absolutely fly. 0800 644 655. Hello, Jenny, Silvana, Sandra, Karen, Hazel, Janice, Chantal, and Elizabeth. Many many choosing to multi-buy as well. I should say good luck to those of you that have it in your baskets and haven't yet made that commitment, because believe me, 100 can disappear within literally minutes. I mean, luxury here. We know that Tanzanite is a triachroic gemstone. You know that you're going to see different colours from different angles. From the angle I'm looking at, which is very much coming from this direction, I can really see the intensities of pinks, but I really want to get into, so hopefully have everybody imagining that they're purchasing a parcel right now, because it is a parcel.
Yeah, it is really.
I don't know why I've got this bee in my bonnet just lately, but I don't like saying strand. At the moment, I don't like saying strand, because to me, when you're looking at gemstones of this calibre and grade, it's a parcel.
It is, and if you actually were given it not on a strand, but in a little parcel of paper folded up around it, it would really convey that to you. Just the quality and the rarity and the quantity that you're getting, and I do think we underestimate the amount that you get when it is actually stranded up.
100%, and I think it almost makes us think that they're not necessarily of, I'm not saying this, strand to me, I want everyone to start thinking about treating themselves as if they're buying in the trade.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
because this, you know, look at there's no denying the quality that you've got here. I'm not allowed to say, but you can see that intensities of blues coming through, and it's how a gem trader would buy Tanzanite.
Yep.
You know, it's just not being threaded, if you like. Well done. There was over 100 of those available, but there's no way near that quantity now. I'm looking at guest designers getting involved. Lots of you choosing to multi-buy. Do stay where you are on those phone lines. Okay, now earlier on we brought you wonderful spinel, gone, sold out, disappeared, not surprised. How about if you were told that you were unsuccessful, I'm awfully sorry about that, then I can bring you a second opportunity. Now these are big individual 3x2mm consistent quality, wonderfully lustrous black spinel. Ever so slight graduation, as you can see, from 2x1 to 3x2mm, and you're getting 30 centimetres in total. Again, web bidders, ignore that price tag. It's nowhere near. We are going lower. We've seen lots of gemstones that will look amazing with black spinel. The Quartzite that we saw earlier on, we mentioned. The Jadeite, definitely. The Opal, most definitely. The Colombian emerald we've got coming up at 11 o'clock. Absolutely. Spinel is a totally natural gemstone. Which is very durable, used by a lot of the big designers. Lorraine Schwartz, Hollywood A-lister, go-to jeweler, most definitely loves using black spinel. Tiffany's & Co. That's why it's so frequently on the red carpet adorned. Totally and utterly natural. And obviously you're not going to see internal brilliance. It's all about the exterior luster. So therefore polishing is absolutely key. Polishing and cutting is absolutely imperative. Now, we had a black spinel strand earlier on, gone, disappeared, sold out. We should be bringing this to you at $17.95. Now, we're going to bring it to you, lowest price point, as low as we can possibly take, 40 carats of this gorgeous strand too, and it's $9.95. I mean, think how many gemstones this is going to work beautifully with. It's one of the most seducing, most definitely, because it has got that lovely paparazzi flash. $9.95 only, grab it whilst you can. Gorgeous sparkle, gorgeous intensities and wonderful exterior luster. Again, it's gonna work incredibly with all of your different gemstones. I've got one more opportunity to bring you before we move into another star buy. Okay. Oh, do you know this morning we've actually had really different tones of blue in the opals, haven't we? Real variation.
That's like a powder blue, isn't it, that one?
We've had like sort of quite a green, quite a green blue. Then we've actually had a real, how would I describe that? Darker blue, and yeah, this is more of a powdery colour. I love that. Maybe you've managed to get hold of all of those and you're thinking of mixing all three. I've still got lavender opal coming your way as well. 48 carats of totally natural blue opal. Look at that. It's quite chantilly, isn't it? Reminding me of sort of your blue lace agates.
Yes, yeah, that same sort of look about it.
Yeah, quite cloudy and dreamy and sleepy-like, I suppose. Yeah. I absolutely love all of our coloured opal, because I really do appreciate how rare it is actually to get hold of naturally coloured opal. And if you're thinking straight away right now, yes, but we can get it here at Jewellery Maker. Please don't think that that is something that happens every single day outside of these four walls. We're the exception. We have got immense buying power, and that's why, basically. 48 carats of total natural powder chantilly lace-like blue, which I think is so amazing. Notice how some of them have got really sort of dreamy inclusions, an opaque gemstone obviously, and some of them have got that real just solid bold colour. It's all down to you to sort of if you want, separate them or keep them mixed up against one another. That's what I would do. Love it, love it, love it. Now, squeeze in one opportunity before we bring you your lovely star buy. This alongside your Jadeite. Our should-be price is incredible, straight down into single figures at £9.95. But we're not stopping there. Hang on, every opal that I've brought you this morning has been absolutely incredibly affordable. £6.90. Okay, if this, I'm not being disrespectful, but if this was agate, which was a lot more fruitful, a lot more abundant, or a quartz or a quartzite at £6.95, then totally I'd be understanding that we'd be able to bring you deals like this. But for opal of this quality, naturally coloured opal more to the point at £6.95, that does not make any sense whatsoever. This is has it not been, Kim, a clearance show? It seems like a clearance show, doesn't it, Deb?
Yeah, it does. Certainly feels like it.
I mean, we've had Tanzanite, we've had opal, we've got Jadeite.
Yeah.
All of which, has anything been a considered price tag? Has anything been sort of something like, oh, I'll have to save for that, or I'll have to invest in that, which I totally get. I think most of them have actually been a disposable amount, haven't they? £6.95,
well,
Deb.
You can almost spend that on a magazine these days, can't you?
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, well, hey, another example. Another example. Yesterday, like I said, we had the family round. We had Tom's family round, and I did a quick ice cream run to local shops.
Oh.
Just ice cream, 30 quid on ice cream. 30 quid on ice cream. You know, you're just like, oh, it's a good job I love them. It's a good job. 30 quid on ice cream. That's
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Wow.
That's a considered price point. I had to consider that. I wouldn't be considering the blue opal at £6.95. I'd be buying it straight away.
Couple of those.
Yeah, do you know what? They weren't even that special ice creams. They were just your bog standard ones. Check out those baskets. Absolutely amazing. Now, for the first time today, we are bringing you one of your most sought after gemstones. Please check out those baskets if you want to grab hold of this. Incredible. That with the spinel that you just saw, that with the jadeite, I can go on and on and on. Now it's time for a star buy. We're talking about the most beautiful, phenomenal gemstone that is your Labradorite. Now, we've always been in love with Labradorite, and we always will be. Always, always will be. But this is double-stranded, so they are absolutely stacked onto that strand. This gemstone is full of mica, or I should say it wants to be full of mica. Mica, if you've heard of that before, use it in sort of paint jobs of cars. You can see it in makeup often. If somebody's got sort of a little bit of a shimmery eyeshadow or lipstick, it's mica that they actually include into that to reflect and play with the light. So when Labradorite has got that real presence of mica, you see a phenomena. It's those mica inclusions that are capturing and playing and moving the light almost within the gemstone to bring you that labradescence. Now, you might get golds, you might get blues, you might get greens. What you want is to have as much performance in there of all different colours. Now, this is jam-packed. Look how many of them are on this strand. And every single one, wow, I'm going to go back to please consider this as a parcel. Every single one has got labradescence in its droves. Look from a distance. Look. From a distance you can see the labradescence, can't you? Wow. Wow. Peaches, reds, blues, golds, greens. Wow. And if I flipped it over, you'd see exactly the same quality. Notice how each of those gemstones haven't just got a small area that's performing in its colour. It has got tons upon tons upon tons of that lovely mica, like I said, which is responsible for... Oh, I am spellbound. Would you agree this has to be one of the most amazing strands?
Yeah, it's mesmerising.
That's incredible quality. I'm going to turn it over.
Wow.
Makes no difference. They're both amazing. That's the challenge for you. Is like, which gemstone do I work with?
Yeah, it takes ages to actually choose one.
I'm seeing real purples.
Yeah.
There's one here, which I know looks gold to you, but I'm looking from a different angle, and it's literally this one here is almost entirely pink from the angle I'm looking at. I know it looks gold there, but from the underside actually looks entirely pink. Oh, absolutely amazing. Top drilled, faceted drops, double stacked. As you can see, it's a 21 centimetre strand, but really I would double that, because notice how they are beautifully packed on there for you. In fact, I'll count them as well. Lovely elongation. They're very dramatic in their shape. So if you like to have that really elegant elongation, and these are perfect for you. Wow, every single one is impeccable quality. Every single one. And this is why the big designers like Monica Veneda, to name but one, are choosing Labradorite as a gemstone within their collections at the moment, because they just keep on, well, I should say they aspire to have beauty just like these, and believe me, they're exceptional. I'm sure you can see that. That's why already many of you on the phone lines, I'm going to give them a quick count for you so you know how many you're getting within this gorgeous parcel, if I kind of lay it out as best I can. I can't even lay them out, there's that many on a strand. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 41. There's 41 individual Labradorites here. 41. Have you ever seen a Labradorite genuine gemstone at 68 pence? Today you will. £27.95. £27.95. You can understand why we're so captivated by it, and we always have been. You know, it's difficult. We've been talking about Labradorite for 6 years and then some, haven't we? It's the gemstone that we've been probably selling, that we've probably sold the most of, I'd say, or certainly one of.
Pearls or Labradorite.
Yeah, pearls or Labradorite, or probably one of your more fruitful gemstones, as in terms of what Mother Nature offers in terms of quantity, maybe your agates and things like that. But we've been talking about Labradorite for many years. It is very much one of Jewellery Maker's strengths, I believe, and I know so many of you do share share those sentiments as well. The fact that we can be of quality like this and of prices like this is just amazing. I mean, look at those reds. Look at those blues.
I love the way it's sitting like that on the strand.
Yeah.
I would just re-strand that and put chain going around the back of the neck and have either the Tanzanite or the spinel just sitting. It's almost like
Rudge.
One of those sitting around on the bottom.
Stop it, stop it, stop it. Oh, she's naughty, isn't she?
Talk about luxury, but ooh, the impact.
Ooh.
Yeah, just nestling around the bottom edge. Going for both.
Yeah. Well, we can today, can't we, at those prices?
Yeah.
We absolutely can. Why on earth not?
Ooh,
I agree. I love
combination.
Tanzanite with Labradorite. I think it looks just amazing. Can I really throw something into the mix which maybe you might not have considered before?
Yeah. That yes.
Yes. Are you proud of me, Maggie?
I'm proud.
Are you proud of me? Are you thinking that's a good combination?
Yeah.
I know. I've never put emerald with, not Colombian emerald, with Labradorite before. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, look how it looks completely different though. It's all about the greens here.
It's really making the greens and the turquoise blues pop out.
Yeah, amazing. Well done. Well done. Okay, moving on. Should we have some more Labradorite? Now, the first time I was introduced to this this purchase, I was okay. I'll admit it. I was a bit sceptical. I was like, why would you dye Labradorite? It's a gemstone which has got all of that wonderful phenomena effect, but actually that optical effect can really be encouraged and enhanced. This is Labradorite which has been dyed a beautiful blue, and look how it totally transforms, makes it very, very oh, look at the pinks there. Can you see those pinks? The reason why I keep talking about pinks and reds, by the way, is it's the rarest colour to get hold of in this gorgeous gemstone. It refers to wavelengths and the distance that they travel. Look at those wonderful neon colours coming through. 95 carats of wonderful Labradorite, which has been sort of dyed this almost lapis blue. So amazing, absolutely amazing.
This morning, my hand went straight to that on the T-bar. I just saw it, and yeah.
I can understand that. It is. Again, it's a captivating gemstone, isn't it? It's one of those you go, ooh, because you're not quite sure. You're not quite sure what it is. Is it lapis lazuli? No, it's definitely not lapis lazuli because it almost looks like it has movement within. Now, faceted rondelles going right the way up to 9 by 4 millimeters. Should be on your screens at $12.95. I was introduced to coloured Labradorite for the first time only a few months ago, and I absolutely love it. So please check this out. Get it home. See it in natural daylight. That's when it will really come into its own as well. $9.95. Absolutely gorgeous with the Tanzanite that we had earlier on.
Yeah, definitely.
In fact, I'm going to bring it back in. Look. That's incredible, isn't it? Don't you think?
So rich and indulgent.
Sumptuous.
Yeah.
Yeah, and of course, if we go back through all the eras, blue was one of the most expensive colours because it's difficult to get hold of this colour in Mother Nature, of course, where you used to use natural pigments, etc. So blue is a very, very expensive colour throughout history. Love it. Well done again. Do check out those baskets. Single figure price tag. Good luck to Pauline and Jackie and Violet and Katie and everybody else on those phone lines and on the web. Please check out those baskets. If you want to multi-buy, you absolutely can. It's a miss it, miss out hour. Grab them whilst you can. Again, this with the Colombian emerald that's coming up.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay. Oh, love these. These aren't just about gifts. These are storage. this to me is when you commission something, if you think about Gucci and Louis Vuitton and Mulberry and Prada and all those designers, I'm not just talking about their leather goods, their jewellery collections as well, 9 times out of 10 will come in some kind of luxury bag. They call them dust bags. And it's to protect the piece of jewellery or luggage, whatever it might be. And don't you think, and if you lose those dust bags, by the way, and then wanted to sell your piece of jewellery, it does decrease the value in actual fact. The packaging itself decreases the value, so do keep hold of them. These are our lovely coffee velvet, and they, I think, our most prestigious. I'll separate them out so you can actually see our most prestigious little gift bags, or favours bag as well. I've seen these embellished with gemstones, and they look absolutely amazing. If I just pull this one, there we go, that's the small, obviously, so maybe for your earrings or your ring. Then you've got slightly larger, maybe brooches, they'd be perfect, or some large chandelier style earrings. Can you see those? Moving on, you've got a bigger size there. Again, bracelets if you wanted to. Aren't they gorgeous? Real luxury. You can see the luxury. That you can personalise these, you can embellish these, you can sew onto these. I actually like the big one. I think it's a really nice clutch bag. Don't you think?
Yeah. You could put
lippy in your phone and your money.
Tassels, gemstone tassels on the bottom.
Don't you think that very boho chic?
Yeah.
Don't you think? That would be really, and you're not gonna. It's gonna be comfortable to carry, not like a clutch bag where you're constantly like this. It's gonna be. You are, aren't you?
Yeah.
They always seem like a good idea at the beginning of the night. Look at these. I love them. I absolutely love them as well. And if you do sell your jewellery, tie this price into the cost of your jewellery as well. Especially when we're bringing you gemstones like Colombian emerald and the opal and the jadeite, then we do expect, I suppose, as consumers, something of luxury like this. You wouldn't just want it wrapped up in tissue paper.
No, you need to go a little bit further with some, you know, if you're using the luxury gemstones or the gold findings, yeah, definitely just think about the packaging, because it's surprising how much value and perceived value it will add to your piece.
I totally agree. And you know, if you went into jewellery establishments and you want your item to be beautifully boxed, or I do anyway. That's as much as important as the piece of jewellery. You want it to be beautifully boxed or beautifully packaged. So this is making that difference, of course. Now you do get all different sizes, 5 in a pack, and they are 5 different sizes. Should be, I mean, how much would you pay for just a a little chiffon bag in certain establishments? $6.95. You're getting all 5, but we're not even done there. Can I say I'm looking for wedding favours and things like that? I bought some cardboard boxes. I should have got these.
Yeah, yeah.
I should have done,
definitely.
shouldn't I? But when I saw these last, they weren't that price. £3.95. That's for all 5. And they're a lovely colour as well. I love that chocolate colour.
Really rich, and they look so well thought through with the same colour and threads and
love it. The satin draw cord that you've got here, real luxury. They use quality, don't they? Everyone's multi-buying really. I'm not surprised. I would be too. Can I just point out? Wedding favours. Little handbags, they'd be beautiful as. What about for Christmas Day? I know I've said it. You could turn these into little sort of Christmas table decorations and put chocolates inside or something like that. What else could you do?
Well, if you sell
holiday,
Put all my cables for my cameras and my chargers in one to keep them all together in the case, and various things like that, so I can keep them all in one bit.
Maggie, obviously, because Maggie, you take all your cameras and everything with you. Maggie uses these to separate all of her cables.
All for your little phone.
Little phone.
So you can keep them separate in your case so you don't lose.
It's a good idea. It's a really good idea. It's for your storage, for jewellery bags as well. Like I said, putting your jewellery or even your cosmetics in there.
Yeah. Well,
It'd be
also,
great for cosmetics.
if you do sell your jewellery, you can stuff the bags with some bubble wrap or something and display bracelets on them.
Cause nice. Absolutely, because you're carrying it anyway to that location.
Yeah.
Can I just, again, I've just been looking for a little wash bag to go in my hospital bag for when I go into hospital. Should have bought those. I should have bought those, because honestly I bought one which is exactly the same, like as a pull cord like this.
But plastic.
But plastic, yeah. Oh, okay, these aren't waterproof, obviously, but I mean, do you really need your wash bag for one night to be waterproof? Anyway, I should have bought these, much cheaper, much cheaper. Need to move on. Loads of uses for those.
Yeah.
Moving on to... Brilliant. Oh, look at this opal. We've brought you so many different variations throughout the course of the day. It's been coloured opal, and we were talking about earlier on, Deb, that October babies, you are spoiled.
Yes. Yeah.
I've got less than 50 of these available. Oh, look at the quality of this opal. Can you see that? No need whatsoever.
Oh.
Hang on, let me get the tweezers so I can really...
I might change my birthday or have one in October as well as in March.
Yeah. I think, well, Queen can do it. Why can't you, Deb?
Yeah, I think I might.
Why not? Look at the play of... Oh!
Wow.
Look at the... Oh! Gemologists will agree, if an opal offers over 80% play of colour, it is regarded as exceptional. And you have definitely got over 80% play of colour. I'm going to turn this round so you can even see on the pavilion facets. Notice how this is faceted as well. If you're wondering why opal sometimes tends to be non-faceted and more frequently in cabochons in finished pieces of jewellery, it's because it actually needs sometimes the actual dome effect to enhance and encourage that play of colour. Wow, that's the underside. Incredible. Of course, solid sterling silver in the bezel, and you've got those two connectors. Then comes along with 2 lengths of chain, which you just simply attach either side to the actual opal itself. Gorgeous. Then you also have a solid sterling silver. There's less than 50 of these available. My producer Kim, who loves this gemstone, is saying, I want it, I want it, I want it, I want it, I want it. I know, Kim, this is amazing. And the reality is, this is Ethiopian opal. Ethiopian opal, the main seam is no longer in production. It was discovered in 2008. And the main seam is already depleted, so we might see Ethiopian opal run out before even Tanzanite does. Now you've got over 4 grams of sterling silver. Comes with, of course, this beautiful sterling silver charm, which you can have engraved if you wanted to, or do that yourself. The lobster claw, you've got the 2 jump rings, the 2 lengths of chain as well. Again, there's lots of us here. I'm not an October baby, but I would definitely be buying this 100%. When you have got the rarity and the quality of the colours within this. 10 pieces should be, our target price is £24.95. That's already amazing. I'd pay that for the opal without the sterling silver. Last in stock, miss it, miss out. £14.95. You'd pay that for the silver. You'd pay that certainly in excess for the opal of this amazing quality. Let me just reiterate, gemologists will agree when an opal performs more than 80% play of colour across the surface of the gemstone, it is regarded as exceptional. If you're seeing reds, Then that's the rarest colours to actually get within this gorgeous gem. Well done Kathleen, Carmarthenshire, Janice, Carolyn, Lisa. I've got Linda, Julie, County Antrim. I've got Irene and Ol and Nottinghamshire. Check out those baskets as soon as you possibly can. You want to have that performance. And again, opal is one of those gemstones that when you take out into natural daylight, it really, really, really will come to the forefront and show off, if you like. And that's what you want your gemstones to do. It's doing it here in the studio. And ordinarily, have you ever noticed that myself and my fellow hosts and presenters have to sort of shelter opal? It's because there's so much light conditions here in the studio. I don't need to do that. I don't need to shelter it at all. You've got the quality, and it will not be tamed. 0800 644 655. Get it whilst you can. Stay where you are on those phone lines. Maybe as a combination, you could actually accumulate some coloured opal to go alongside your Ethiopian opal. Maybe you could say, okay, I'll use those 2 lengths of chain for something else because they're sterling silver, and maybe put that connector in between some of your beautiful coloured opal. Now this we only launched about a month ago, was it? I know that the lovely Vicky Carver's, I saw a picture on Facebook the other day, was in the studio, and she was oohing and ahhing over, I don't know if it was lavender, I think it was purple opal. Or was it lavender? No, it was purple. No, it was with you, of course it was. And I was thinking to myself, yeah, Vicky probably hasn't seen it. She probably hasn't seen it because she's been off to have a baby, so she's probably missed the collection being introduced. And I bet she was in awe of it as well.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Natural colour. We have less than 100. This is that combination, I suppose that fusion where blue meets pink. And you've got a very fine, almost matrix across the surface. Oh, look how sizable and beautiful they each are. And like I said, they're not dyed. They haven't been impregnated with a dye or submerged. These are all Mother Nature's doing. Straight away, web bidders. There's activity on the web. Is there a reason for that, Kim? Yes. Web bidders, you will be absolutely delighted. Get in there whilst you can. Telephone bidders, trust me, be on those phone lines. Even if you want to wait to press your option once before you can actually see that gorgeous miss it, miss out price point. I mean, how often do you see genuine gemstones, natural gemstones more to the point, which have such a unique colour? Lavender, it's, you know, like I said, it's blue meets pink. It's that sort of fusion of those 2 tones which works so amazingly. It's such a delicate opportunity which is going to combine with Tanzanite that you saw earlier on. It's going to look amazing with rose quartz that we saw. Stunning, absolutely stunning. Should be $12.95. We only launched it literally I think the lavender was probably even more limited and probably weeks ago. Today, you can get it at £11.45. If you've managed to get all of the opal, the coloured opal or the Ethiopian opal that you've just seen today, I tell you what, you've got one of the most amazing palettes in a collection. Yeah. Don't you think?
Yeah, definitely. It's I've not seen this one before.
Have you not?
No.
I saw it, Deb, I've seen it once. I've seen it once on air and fell head over heels in love with it just because it's so unique. I mean, can you think of another, I'm trying to think of that gemstone which is actually sort of reconstituted, which I sold years ago. Can you remember it, Maggie? That purple gemstone. It's kind of reconstituted. Begins with a P. Anyway, not really important, but that's the only gemstone I can think of which has got quite a similar colour. But then that's not natural.
No.
You know, this is totally natural.
And it's almost got like, it is a real lilac, so it's like a lilac tree lilac, which is really perfect English country garden colour. So I think it's gorgeous. It's going to... Oh, yes, all of the opals together.
Can I get them all? Can I get them all for a second? Let's get all of the opal together, shall we? Oh.
Oh, yes. That's lovely.
Look at this for a collection. Mandy in Liverpool, I have this strand. It is stunning. So nice to work with. Would definitely recommend anyone to get it. Thank you, Mandy. That's really kind of you to message in as well. Yeah, totally. Look at that for a palette. That's right up my street. All we need now is a little bit of pink in there as well, and that's literally the cherry on the cake, isn't it? Amazing, incredible. Do check out those baskets to get hold of it. We had less than 100 of these available, so there's not going to be many of them remaining, judging by how busy we are on those phone lines. Okay. Oh, it's all my favourite colours of gemstones. I love pastels. These are beautiful.
Oh, I didn't see those lurking there.
Amazonite, but have you noticed our Amazonite has got a sort of real intensity at the moment? It's not wishy-washy in any way, shape or form. It's got real saturation. These are 4mm rounds, plain rounds no less. It would be a great addition to the Jadeite that you had earlier on.
It would.
Oh, look, in fact, I'm going to bring that in. Look at that for a combination. Yes. Thanks, Maggie. Maggie said I'm on fire today. Thanks. Have I settled down? Because I was in a bit of a funny mood earlier on one night. I've got back in... Right, good. She says I'm back in the game. Good. I was a bit funny this morning. Oh, look at the richness. You could just... it's like a tropical island, isn't it? It literally is. Like a tropical island. You can imagine the birds of paradise sort of fleeting around and the coconuts. Yeah. You can't you? Maggie just said, just sack everything that I just said to you there, Eleanor. Sorry, forget about that. It's gone. You're back where you started. It has got that real tropical sense to it. It's richness, isn't it? Yeah. Richness and warmth. Beautifully invigorating. Now, Amazonite, believe it or not, is not from the Amazon. I know, obviously, the name makes you think that it would be. Russian Amazonite, sort of very much like chrome dioxide, I suppose, has got a real enticing, invigorating colour. 35 carats we've got here. Don't often get to bring you Amazonite, especially of this boldness, and it's coming your way at a miss it, miss out price point. Should be. This whole show has been clearance, hasn't it? Surely it has been. Unofficially, Kim says. You sit on that fence, Kim. $5.95. I'm actually thinking, if I was in your position right now, then 110% I would be getting tempted left, right and centre. A lot would be added to my order. I mean, this is gorgeous.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
I love Amazonite with rose gold.
Yeah. And that intensity of colour as well would work really nicely. But I'd mix it in with those opals.
Oh, the sky blue.
All of them.
Oh, okay. You just want me to do this again, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely, and of course the lavender that we had earlier on. Well done, stay where you are on those phone lines. Need to move on. Now for those of you that have just joined us this morning, very good morning, nice to have your company. My name is Ellen, I'm joined by the wonderful Deb. Now we have 100 of these opportunities remaining. We had a message in from one of our viewers live, say, Alison, hello to you my darling, she said, Eleanor, you had a metre long length of sterling silver chain last week and it was $24.95. I remember. And I can't explain myself. It's not me, but I can't explain. I'm about to bring you a metre long length of sterling silver, 2.4 grams, and it's in single figures. I have 100 left. That's it. Once they're gone, they're absolutely gone. I've got 49 in baskets. Obviously, a lot of viewers that might not have seen this already come to your screens. So 100 remain, but not for long. I literally cannot explain what we're about to do. For solid sterling silver, I mean, look at the luster. Substantial chain as well. We were talking earlier on, Deb and I, and saying that that we love a sterling silver neckline piece just on its own. It doesn't have to have a pendant. No. But that said, this is durable enough and substantial enough in terms of its gram weight to support your sterling silver pendants. Yeah,
it is. It's a nice strong link, isn't it? But it's not too bulky and heavy, so...
Can we just put this into perspective?
Perfect size.
Our 18-inch necklaces in sterling silver, which, okay, yeah, I've got the lobster claw, will sell at the price that we're about to take a metre long length. And an 18-inch chain out of a metre goes in excess of twice. So we are substantially more than halving the price tag. Last remaining 100. Last week, as Alison so rightly said, I brought a metre long length of sterling silver. Amazing deal, don't get me wrong, at £24.95. Today I'm bringing it to you at £6.95. I don't know, I can't explain, I'm not part of the buying team, I can't explain the negotiations. Maybe this was sort of part of a package, maybe this was an error, I'm not sure. It's down to down to you now basically to grab this, because the reality is, Kim, can we schedule another metre long sterling silver chain for tomorrow? No, she says. Not unless one of the managers got one, she says. I can't access anything. And do you think it's going to be £6.95? No. Of course not. Of course not. Of course not. Of course not. £6.95 only remaining for the last few. Grab them whilst you can, with the deal of the day that's coming up a little bit later on, with the luxury of your beautiful gemstones that you've had today. Diamonds. We've had amazing Labradorite. We've had incredible opals. We've had incredible. Let me see those. I'm just looking back at everything that I've brought you today. I can't keep up. Tanzanite, the peacock pearls, spinel.
Yeah.
All of the above. If everybody checks out, sold. It's gone. Sold out. Grab it whilst you can. Okay. Oh, should we maintain that luxury? Who wants to own really luxurious jewellery and gemstones? Kim gave me a choice, and she's just said, I knew you'd go for these. I'm about to bring you the biggest saving of the entire show. We should be at £119.95. I'll bring that on your screen straight away. But, oh my goodness, is it really? Okay. Who's online right now? Who's on the web? Open up a tablet and actually see if you could research Tahitian pearls 11.25mm. Because they're actually sort of sold on size, and see what prices come up. Now we've done this exercise countless times before. We have people sending messages in for, so like, Elena, I've got one pearl for 200, one pearl for 600. It's not unusual to see a Tahitian pearls at that size, at that price rather, of this size. Now I don't know. Can you see them on the black mat there? I don't want to put them on the actual desk just because of the quality. Now. One pearl, 12 to 13 mil £395. I've just had that price comparison come through. I've bought my Tahitian pearls from Jewellery Maker, and I've gone on to actually design a piece of jewellery. Look at that, look at the quality, and actually have sort of gold attached to. Now if you want to make your pieces of jewellery, of course you can do that as well. I'll actually pick one up so you can actually see with the grabber if they'll fit round. Here we go. There we go, and I'll put these on my hand actually, so you can actually see these better. There we go, they're half drilled. Look at the quality and look at the size. This organic gemstone, formed within a mollusk, is considered as the most sought after pearl in the world. The reason for it is because the black lip pearl, the black lip oyster that forms these beautiful pearls, they're not dyed, by the way. It's something to do with the water temperature in the French Polynesia. It takes 2 years for them to mature, and staggeringly, that oyster has to grow to dimensions of feet, 1 to 2 feet in its diameter before it can even start the cultivation process. Here we go, Tracy, hello to you, my darling. She says 11.25mm Tahitian pearl at $125. That's good, actually. That's a really good price. Undrilled. So that's one individual pearl. So that's working out in the UK probably about 60, 70 pounds. Would you say £70? Yeah, about 70 quid for one. That's actually not that bad. You found a very, very, very good supplier there, but you're getting all three, and these are half drilled. So what that means is where, if you imagine where I'm holding it, and that little drill hole just here, you can see in the center, that is what you suspend your pearls from your findings or the actual clasp, or actually attached to a ring itself. Yes, please, please, please do go on at some point, and I know it's an investment, get these valued and appraised. I've just done that myself with my own Tahitian pearls that I bought from Jewellery Maker. I didn't pay the price that we're taking these to, I paid more than that, and believe me, I'm still delighted. I'm absolutely overwhelmed with my appraisal. Samantha's in Cumbria is saying $700 plus $100 delivery for one. Wow. Okay, so that's 800. That's probably about what, £500? About £500. That's more free. We've got loads of messages coming through. That's more accurately what we expect. Mari, hello to you. She said 11.25mm natural black Tahitian pearl, excellent AAA clarity pendant, pearl pendant. Maybe there's diamonds. Oh, it's one pearl. Okay, 14 karat yellow gold. $2,200. Yeah. Thank you, Mari. Thank you so much. I was going to say clarity and pearls. That confused me a little bit. Maybe there's diamonds in there. It's obviously a good quality pearl, no doubt, and it's set into gold, but these are good quality Tahitian pearls. We're going to bring it to you at the biggest saving of the price of the show. £50 back in your pocket. I mean, did we not see the best price? We saw one at this price. One. You're getting all three. All three. Amazing. I mean, this is something that I was looking through a jewellery establishment. I was referring to it only last week on air when I was in Stratford-upon-Avon, a very wealthy, affluent area, and there's lots of beautiful jewellers down there. And I was looking at a Tahitian pearl necklace, just one in gold, stunning, diamonds on the bail as well, and it was £8,000. £8,000. And it was one Tahitian pearl. Impeccable quality, it really, really was, but £8,000. So that's what I say, when you do get this, please, when you get a chance, if you can, go on to have it valued and appraised, or even just have a sort of a verbal valuation. Many jewellers will do that for you. Well done to every single one of you on those phone lines. We're going from Tahitian pearls to Colombian emerald. Does it get any better than that? I truly don't think it does. If you want to add these to your collection, even if you're enjoying Tahitian pearls already, but maybe want to have that family investment, then now's the time to do it, because you have got that £50 saving. Well done. Stay on those phone lines. Good luck to Merseyside. Good luck to Anglesey. Good luck to Anonymous Collector. Well done to you, Bristol, Marilyn, Jacqueline, Isabel, Maureen, amongst many, many others. You've got a double-figured, measured pearl, Tahitian pearl, ×3 on its way to you. Incredible. Now your Colombian emerald are coming your way just after a very, very short break. It is going to be a sellout. It's meant to last the entirety of the show. It's not gonna. It's definitely not gonna. So good luck. I'm going to go as far as, I'm going to stick my neck out and say this is the best emerald that I've brought you.
When you place your first order with Jewellery Maker, we'll send you a free DVD and booklet to help you get started. The booklet is jam-packed full of information on gemstones, tools, threading, materials and findings. There are step-by-step instructions on how to make bracelets, earrings and necklaces, and the DVD includes easy-to-follow video tutorials. So what are you waiting for? Start your jewellery making journey today.
Did you know, no matter how many times you purchase with Jewellery Maker in the same day, you'll only be charged one fee of postage and packaging. Select our standard delivery for just $2.95, or if you'd like to receive your goods sooner, upgrade to our premium option for $4.95.
I started crafting from a very young age, doing all sorts of different crafting. That developed into card making and then onto jewellery making.
I got started because my sister started giving us jewellery and the women in the family jewellery as gifts.
To start, I was making it for me, and then my friends saw what I was wearing, and then one of my friends said, well, why don't you have a go at selling? So I thought, well, I'll give it a go and see how it goes.
I do like a challenge. It's because sometimes you look at something that you can't do it, but then you don't know if you don't try, do you?
When you've made it and you've just made it, you think that's nice, put it on. When you get it out the next time, that's when you think, yeah, that looks really good, that looks quite professional and I'm proud to wear it.
Quite often at work they'll ask me what I'm wearing. They're astonished. First of all, you think something so simple and they're astonished at the piece of jewellery that you've made.
They say it looks so professional, and when I show them how easy it is to do, they're saying, oh, can I have a go of it?
These necklaces are great for layering up, for atmosphere, sort of holidays.
Because they're there in the living room with you, you get to see the same people on a regular basis and you feel a bit like you know them.
It's like a family, you know all the guests that are on the TV. And then when you come to something like a workshop, it's really good because you seem to know everybody, you know about the people that you're working with.
It just feels like your own family, that you're actually there with them and you are part of their family, you're part of their, you know, their community.
Can we just take a moment to just really absorb how amazingly dazzling, vigorously intense, the natural green that you are getting from this Colombian emerald strand? I mean, does it get any better than this? Now, yes, it's well documented that I am a huge emerald fan, and I will often say, and I'm not changing what I've said in the past, that country of origin doesn't necessarily determine the value of the gemstone. Colombian emerald is very much, you know, It's on a pedestal. It is on a pedestal most definitely, but it has got sort of Siberian and Zambian emeralds sort of snapping at its heels saying, you know what, you're beautiful, but my goodness, so am I as well. So I will never say country of origin is the most important factor. It is the quality. But you know what, when you have got both scenarios, origin, quality, put them together, that's when you get something really, really exciting. Emerald is a type 3 gem, like, for example, tourmaline, other gemstones, which are generally known to be heavily included. That's not what determines the value. It's the colour. As long as that colour is not interfered with, not blocked, not any inclusions are not to the detriment, excuse me, to the detriment of the emerald itself, then you have got quality. If you ever see emeralds from whatever location which have got, like, I don't know, lighter and darker shades, maybe don't have such a vigorous glow like what you're seeing on your screen right now, then yeah, that's more usual. But to have such quality, not just once, but to have it, well, I can't even count, but count how many individual solitaires there are, but to accumulate 10 carats of genuine emeralds. Now, just to confirm, so everybody knows, the O in brackets, which by the way is where we stipulate our treatments of gemstones. I have said this is natural, and it absolutely is. The O stands for oiling. Oiling is not actually a treatment. It doesn't alter anything. It's literally like us putting moisturizer on in the morning. It assists with the actual sort of buffing and polishing of the gemstone. In actual fact, I would recommend, if you own an emerald and you see it seems to be sort of lacking in its energy, just use a little bit of Johnson's baby oil. It has the same pH factor and it'll soon bring it back to life. So it's not actually a treatment of a gemstone. It's basically a way of basically, like I said, assisting the buff, assisting the exterior polish, I suppose. Now, this deal of the day is meant to last us the entirety of the day. There is categorically no chance whatsoever that that is going to happen. And the reason why I'm so adamant about that is 200, yeah, that's a lot, that is a lot, but this is Colombian emerald. How many people have aspired long to own emerald of natural quality like this for however many years? And how many people whose dreams are going to come true in this deal of the day? I'm joining you 100%. Stop permitting. I can't afford to miss this, pass this opportunity. I own emerald already. I'm lucky enough to have been able to treat myself with my associates. However, I can't afford to pass this opportunity up. This beautiful gemstone it can be one of the most expensive gemstones on the planet, and it is all about the colour. You want it to have attitude, I suppose. You want it to literally have a neon presence and radiate from a distance, and my goodness, you've definitely got it here. Kim, I can't believe we are taking natural Colombian emerald to the deal of the day price, which has of course been agreed by our management team. I'm sure I saw Francois earlier on, who is one of the big bosses here at Jewellery Maker, so he's travelled across from the continent, if you like, to come and see us here. This is a big opportunity, and a lot of eyes will be on this opportunity as well, mine too. Look at that consistency. Can you even pick up any imperfections? I know, like I was saying earlier on, it's a type 3 gemstone. That's not what determines the value, but it's expected that emeralds will be included. No, 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 no. I'm not seeing that at all. It glows, doesn't it, against the skin tone? Julia, Diane, Jeannie, Pamela, Margaret, Christine, Maureen, Michelle, Peter, Manchester, you've already done it. You are going to be absolutely astounded astounded at the deal of the day price point. If you're thinking right now, jewellery makers, if you're watching and you're thinking this is going to be 3 figures and then some, yeah, to be honest, it's a fair assumption. I would as well. When I was first introduced to this strand, when I was first told about this deal of the day, that would have been my assumption because of the quality. You know, I'm not talking about emerald, which is so dark it's bordering on black. I'm talking about emerald, which glows, which you imagine it to be from like even a child, I suppose, in its actual colour. 18 centimetres. Channel setting would be perfect for. Do you know what I'm going to do with mine? Because that's not my forte or my skill. I'm going to walk it straight into my local jewellers and actually sort of design something for them to commission. I'm not a hugely talented jewellery maker. I'm not. I give it a go, most definitely. The quality that I've got here, I wouldn't personally be that comfortable with channel setting. Yeah. So I'm thinking these could be pave set or something like that, Deb.
Yes.
Or if you do your silver clay, you could actually embed these into the silver clay.
That would be nice, yeah. Oh. I think that strand's absolutely divine.
I finished the last hour and I left you with these words. I believe this is the finest emerald that I've ever bought you. It's a big statement, and I've been here for 4 years. Do you agree with that, Deb?
Yeah, I think just the intensity of colour, the life that it's got is one of the best I've seen. Yeah, for sure.
Kim, do you agree? The best emerald we've ever seen? I mean, there's no denying that this has got the most amazing glow. Now, I truly think that there are going to be people watching right now who have got no idea how affordable this is going to be. Our target price, if it weren't a deal of the day, is ridiculous. Were you expecting it to be in double figures? Because to be honest, I was thinking, you know, like your Tahitian pearls, definitely in triples. If it wasn't a deal of the day, we'd be launching this at $31.95, and I would absolutely be on those phone lines. And you know what? There's connoisseurs multi-buying, and if we'd advertised this more heavily, I've got no doubt in my mind that there would be jewelers and traders around the world who would be coming in to buy this as parcels. $19.95. That is why I was so certain that a 200 quantity would never, ever, 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 ever on this planet last beyond this morning's show. No. 200 quantity is not going to be around for our lovely Zena this afternoon. It's going to sell out. It's certainly not going to be around for to be enjoyed on the late show as well. Now is the chance to react. Jeanette, Jeannie, Berkshire, Joyce, hello to you. Elizabeth, Michael, you've got yours. Carol, and Yorkshire, hello to you. Rachel and Christine and Essex and Suffolk and Janice and Susan and Julia and Diane and Jeannie and Pamela and Manchester and Margaret, well done to you. Christine and Maureen and Kathleen and London. I can't physically keep up. Like I said, 200 will go. We're looking at about 40 people on the phone line, on the web with it still in their baskets. Undeniable quality. You know, this is how many have gone? Just under 100 have gone already. Okay, when I was down in London a few months back, and I was looking for, I was basically having a nose around all the big jewellers. I walked into one, you know, the ones where you buzz and they have to let you in and everything. It's all really intimidating. They had in this one glass plinth an emerald piece of jewellery, which obviously is like Boodles. They designed one of a kind. It was emerald, clearly Colombian emerald, and it didn't have a price tag on. I didn't ask, because then they might think I was interested and I could afford it, and I absolutely can't. But yeah, it would have been a six-figure, probably even, yeah, I'd say six-figure piece of jewellery. Now, I'm not saying that this is worth 6 figures right now, but it's the colour. It's that real Colombian emerald colour, which is just so amazing. We have got a piece of jewellery as well, which I can show off, by the lovely Sandra. Sandra has made this wonderful piece. I mean, look, I'm a yellow gold girl, but look how it really encourages those beautiful, beautiful intensities. And again, shining example of the quality. Quality on my hand here, quality that you are getting here, 2 separate strands, so you can absolutely buy with confidence. I genuinely don't know if we'll ever be able to replicate £20 for Colombian emerald.
That is amazing.
I mean, Deb, £20. What? That's a price tag that we expect for what? Jewellery maker prices, of course. What we expect to pay £20 for maybe. Well, pearls.
Yeah, pearls, or possibly a really nice strand of lapis.
Yes. Yes.
Or
not Colombian emerald.
Colombian emerald.
We are talking about one of the most expensive gemstones on the planet.
Yeah.
100 have gone well over, and already people, can I just say there's still people on the phone lines. How are we doing in terms of the queue on the phone? Is it all right? Minimal. We've got a lot of new callers. Welcome to the Jewellery Maker family. I'm not surprised. Samantha is saying it's the colour of the Emerald City in the Wizard of Oz.
It is.
And you know what, Samantha?
It is.
I've actually used that before in the past. When I was in a jewellery establishment, somebody has said to me, what colour should an emerald be? Because there are so many different variations, basically. Like Zambian emerald is a lot darker. Let me see. Siberian emerald is quite pale in actual fact, and it's got diaphanity, but it's bordering on, I suppose, more your pastel greens. Colombian emerald, I actually said, like the Wizard of Oz. You want it to be that colour, you want it to be that intensity. So, do you know what, ironic that you said that. Thank you so much for your message through. Well done for your patience, everybody. Thank you. Do you know what, enjoy it. When it gets home, you're going to be the proud owner of 10 carats of genuine natural Colombian emeralds, which so few people could say that they do actually own. And again, really scrutinise it. I wouldn't normally suggest going, you know, look at the clarity, look at the clarity of an emerald, because that's not what we do. But you can on this strand.
That strand is inviting you to look at it really closely, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the colours pulling you in, and then you can see the clarity, you can see sparkle, and the faceting really adds to that. And I think that's something that's quite different from that strand that you don't normally get with emeralds.
I almost wish, I'm going to pop that there for a second. In fact, I'm going to pick up totally different gemstone. I'm not even saying this is the same gemstone, but I'm going to pick up this. And this is what I would expect, usually, an emerald to be. Do you know what I mean? Included.
Included,
all right, ignore the white ones. But, you know, I'm talking about these sort of included, opaque, almost.
Yeah.
I mean, not the case. You have got diaphanity without shadow of a doubt. Without shadow of a doubt. And you're about to own it. Bernadette, Jolanta, Lynette and Rosita and Mrs. B and London, Cassie, I'm not surprised that you're all multi-buying. I would too. Our target price even before the deal of the day was amazing. Yeah. I truly think that could have been 3 figures and then some. Well done. Every single one of you. Absolutely amazing. Okay, moving on to the kit. Hey, how come you've been spoilt with bead scoops?
I don't know.
She's been spoilt with bead scoops today. Now, sorry, I just got properly kicked.
Oh, behave, miss.
Mate, stop me in my mid-sentence then. Anyway, okay. Oh, you have been spoilt, Deb Rudge.
Yes, I have.
Well and truly spoilt. I'm going to take these off so you can see the quality of the wire. Okay, I'm going to start with the wire as well. Look at these. You have silver coloured wire in 2 of the most essential gauges, your 0.8 and your 0.4. So, structure, weaving, done.
Yep. They're 2 of my favourite gauges as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
They are the gauges that I think sell out first.
Yeah, because you can do so much. If you've got those 2 gauges, you're sorted.
You're sorted, particularly the 0.4. Yeah, particularly the 0.4. Yeah, because you can weave, you can rosary link with it, you can crochet with it, you can do tons and tons and tons. Okay, so what else do we get? 10 meters of your 1mm gauge in that gorgeous rose gold plated. Then you've got 10 meters of your 0.6 gauge. So again, perfect for rosary linking, or you can double up on that as well. It'll actually feed through lots of gemstones.
Yes, yeah, it does. It's really versatile gauge.
Very versatile. Last but by no means least, in fact I'm going to have to put these down here, otherwise we're going to go out of camera, is for our beautiful twisted wire. Can you see that? Don't often see it. And now this is a 0.5 gauge, and obviously that's referring to the fact that it has got that twist itself. Lovely texture, now impossible to get that real consistency across 10 meters of. So in total here you have got 50 meters of wire, 50 meters, still not done. Tons of cabochons coming your way, and a bead scoop. Now I'm going to show you the cabochons first, if I can, because there's so many. Oh, you've got all the different shapes and sizes here as well, Deb.
Yes, yeah. And I've opened up the second pack that we get sent, because I usually, if I get 2 kits sent through, I'll just open one of them and not pick out sort of any from the other pack. And so I'm quite what's the word, strict with myself.
Yeah, okay.
About that. And I've got a whole load of different shapes and sizes.
They are really varied, aren't they?
They are.
Yeah, totally agree, because you've got something.
Loads in there.
Look how fat this one is.
Yeah.
And then you've got some which are a lot sort of slimmer, a lot narrower, a lot more elongated ovals. You've got the pear here as well. Now in your rose quartz, you've actually got 300 carats, so they're substantial. Can't guarantee how many. I've got here 6. You might get 7. You might get 8. You might get 5.
In my second pack, I've got 4.
Have you got 4?
Massive.
Oh, and you've got squares in yours as well. Love that. But the colour that you're seeing, it's almost like that quartzite bundle that we had earlier on. Totally beautiful baby pinks. And that's what rose quartz wants to be, the perfect powder or baby pink. Loving this. Still not done, because as I said, we've got a bead scoop coming your way as well. The bead scoop is in your white, silver and gold lucky dip. So you might get pearls. In fact, you probably will get pearls. You might get... let's have a little look. Clear quartz. You might have pyrite. You might have tiger's eye. You might have citrine. You might have... There's so many. See, trying to keep a bead scoop under controlled is never easy. It's never ever easy. You might have within there, I don't know, let me see, hematite, real variations, some shell in there, some crackle quartz within there as well, beautiful facetings, beautiful shapes, real combination of gemstones. Look how wonderful they work against one another as well, because you have got the silvers, golds, and also the whites in there. That combination together is going to work with the findings, which of course is going to work amazingly with your rose quartz itself. Stunning. I love every single piece that you've created there, Deb. Now let's bring that price tag in. Don't forget you also have got all those lovely gauges of wire. Beautiful wire. So you've got the twisted wire, you've also got the silver wire in your 0.8, your 0.4, and the rose gold in, as I said, the twisted and your 0.6 and 0.1 mil rather. 1 mil. Okay. Our should-be price, if you were to buy them all individually off our own website, is £35.65. We are about to half that price tag. £17.82. Now, how often do we ever do a price tag of 82 pence? It just doesn't happen, or 17 for that matter. It doesn't happen. It's not a price that we generally use here at Jewellery Maker. We are down to the very last penny. Have we got many of these, Kimbo? 70 available. That's it. Once they have gone, they have absolutely gone. And I'm not surprised Linda, West Midlands, Isabel, Diane, Belinda, Julia and Celine and Avril have all got guaranteed theirs straight away. To be honest, again, it's, I mean, you'd pay that for the wire, wouldn't you? Yep. I'd pay that for the rose quartz.
Yeah, to get all of that at that price is a real good collection to really get your teeth into. Yeah,
100%. I mean, the wire alone, I'm just trying to get my head around it. Sure, the wire alone at £17.82 without the gemstones. Linda, Joe, Paula, Avril, well done. Yorkshire, I've still got Kate there, Eleanor, Patricia there, Sue, Sharon there, Debbie there, Sue and Tina and Marilyn. There are only 70 of these available, so please, please, please do check out as soon as you possibly can. 0800 644 655 is the number to call. Stay on those phone lines now. Loads to bring you in addition to this deal. Loads and loads and loads to bring you in addition. So I know you're going to love it. Now, how about on the back of your Colombian emerald, we can show you in contrast. Some of you might have been watching the deal of the day and saying, you know what, Elle, I love included emerald. So do I. I'm not against it at all. But in terms of the most valued is like what you saw as the deal of the day. We've got emerald coming up, which is that darker colour. But before we get to that, look at the pieces that, Deb, you've created.
It was really nice to mix all of the colours together in the big scoop.
Yeah, so every single one of those designs I would wear 100%. Using the silver wire with it says rose gold, but I always call it pink.
It is. It's a pale, really pale pink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that.
I just thought it was a bit like an apple or a pear on a tree.
Love it. I love it. I love the organic sort of beauty of the wire working together as well, the texture that you get. You've actually used the bead scoop alongside, here we go, the bead scoop alongside the pink wire and the rose quartz itself, real statement piece that you've got there. Lots of weaving. Cabochon wrapping, which we've shown you lots of, that reminds me of a treble cleft.
Yeah,
quite musical.
I'm looking at it there. It looks a bit like a peacock with his tail down and his sort of arch and not seeing it. Just in my head.
It's probably me, Deb. See, I see a musical note. See, each to their own and all that.
I made a T-Rex the other day.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
I love
I didn't
that.
realise till we saw it on camera.
Love that. Love that idea. Okay, need to move on in the essence of time because I have got two strands of your gorgeous emerald. Have you been eyeing these up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought, gosh, they're long as well, aren't they?
Yeah, there's loads there.
Natural emerald. 31 centimetres each, so you've got over half a metre, 62 centimetres in total. Coming your way, Emerald Elegance, and like I said, prime example on the back of the deal of the day, the combination that you can actually, the difference that you can actually get with emerald. There's this type through gemstone, real intense forest greens like this, or really vivacious and sort of neon greens that we saw earlier on with the deal of the day. I mean, like I said, I'm not saying one or other is your it should be your preference or my preference. Each to their own. It's in the eye of the beholder at the end of the day, isn't it?
It is, yeah, it is. And at the end of the day, it is emerald, and it's a valuable gemstone.
100%.
So,
yeah. Without shadow of a doubt. Emerald Elegance, and you've got 120 carats in total here. Beautiful, beautiful quality. Get it whilst you can at these incredible deals. I think today's show has been pretty much an entire clearance show, really. Should this be at a clearance price? No, it absolutely shouldn't. Like Deb just said, it is emerald ultimately. It is emerald, and it's certainly, most establishments wouldn't even imagine the prices that we take this to.
No.
You know, I love that really dark, intense forest green. I absolutely adore that about emerald, is it can be so different. Now, jewellery makers, what you don't know is I can't hear in our gallery at the moment. For some reason, my talk back has gone. So we are literally
winging it.
Winging it. I did not know that this was going to be at $9.95.
I can't see that it should be at £9.95.
And I'm very much in your position right now, very, very much in your situation where emerald, normally Kim can justify her ludicrous price points, but I can't even hear what she's saying right now. So I'm in the same scenario as you. £9.95 only. Again, like I said, an absolute shining example of what emerald can be in terms of the variation.
It is, and it's really nice to use a strand like this to make something like a tree of life, where you can use the different colours of emerald in different areas and almost play with perspective then with the intensity of colour.
Yeah.
So that's...
They're back, by the way. Kim, do you want to explain yourself?
No.
She said, no, I can't.
£9.95.
Can I just say, you might well have ticked the box today of emerald and then some. You know, if you've got both of these deals, you've still not invested less than what our target price was on our Colombian emerald strand. If you're getting these and also the deal of the day, that's a lot of emerald.
It is a lot of emerald
to be working with.
It is. That's such a luxury to have that much emerald.
Yeah. And it always gets commented on as well. My emeralds, when I wear mine, they always draw attention, shall we say, because we know what they are, don't they?
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. We've got our monochromes. Ooh.
I know.
This will be perfect with the kit.
It would, yeah, it would.
I'm going to tip these out, excuse me, into a little glass dish, so you can see everything that you are getting. Now, so yeah, this alongside, if I tilt it up slightly, this alongside the bead scoop that you get within the kit and the wire that you get within the kit and the bead scoop that we had earlier on this morning, Deb.
Yep.
I mean, you've got lovely little sort of carved gemstones like these. Can you see little individual urns? I've got puffy hearts in there, which are gorgeous. I've got little howlites. I've got sort of banded agates in there, plain rounds. I've got faceted, checkerboard, faceted example of gemstones, real variation, clear quartz, crackle quartz, all in your monochromes, your black and white lucky dip. So again, you might get pearls, you might get let's see, moonstone in there, you might get spinel in there, you might get agate in there, all sorts. That's the beauty of a gemstone scoop.
That's the joy of it.
Our should be price. Can I just say again, this is a clearance show, isn't it? It is a clearance show.
It is.
Is this a clearance show? Might as well be. If you don't get it today, miss out. Clearance, yeah, same thing really, isn't it? £3.95. It takes us months to be able to put together a bead scoop as well, because the variation, obviously we've got to get the combination of the gemstones. So did you notice how sort of bead scoops disappeared from our screens for ages and ages? Yeah, it's because basically we have to accumulate. We have to accumulate the gemstones. Black and whites will always be one of the most popular. £3.95. I mean, £4.95 was already amazing.
That was a good price.
£3.95 is absolutely incredible. Do stay where you are on those phone lines. 0800 644 655 is the number to dial. Just a handful of those of you are saying, yeah, can't pass that up, Al. At £3.95 though, again, it's one of those prices you don't even have to consider, do you?
No. And if you get a couple, it's surprising the variety that you get across the two packs. So
absolutely.
That's always worth
Why
doing.
not multi-buy at that at £3.95? Okay, got time to squeeze in.
Oh, those. That's just the noise you make when you look at them.
Yeah. It's going to make a lot of oohs and ahs. I've seen them before. Oh, look at the labradescents.
I know.
Shall I show you one by one?
I was enjoying the light show when they were sitting behind there, and it was all for me.
Were you getting your own little...
I was.
Your own little one-to-one show?
Yeah.
Look. Oh, they are incredible, aren't they? Every single one is amazing. And look at those facets, look at the shapes that you're actually getting from these as well.
These remind me of a forest, looking through a forest, because of the shape, I think, and the colour, the base colour. Looking through a forest and then seeing the light coming down through the trees and all the different colours that you get within the forest floor, and bluebells and different woodland flowers.
Love that, bluebells within a forest. That is gorgeous. It is a beautiful sight, isn't it?
Yeah.
I totally agree. Yeah, this is very sort of, for those of you that believe in sort of your crystal healings, you know, it's got that real sort of directional channeling shape as well, I suppose. Often used sort of within big designers, sort of as pointers or prisms, if you like. So it's a little bit different, a little bit more contemporary. Look at the amount of labradescence that you're getting here. 200 carats of beautiful labradite in your elongated plain fancy shards. The biggest one going right the way up to 46 by 18 millimeters. So real intense dimensions. And again, I don't think you need to be a hugely talented wire worker or jewellery maker generally to be able to work these into your designs, because you could quite simply do a little briolette wrap at the top, I suppose.
Well, the easiest way to do it is to pop a head pin through, cut the end off the head pin and just pop 2 loops, one either side of your gemstone.
I know what you mean.
And then attach chain to the
So
loops.
you basically make a sort of a double-ended eye pin.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Yeah, and then thread your whatever it is.
Yeah, your chain or your threading materials, you know, your beading thread or whatever onto those loops.
Yeah.
So it's super quick, super easy.
And real statement. And all the focus will be on those gemstones, on those labradites. Wow, this is affordable. $19.95 is our target price. Not today, though. Okay, you're getting 2, 4, 6, 7 big, striking, faceted gemstones for £14.95. I mean, again, you'd pay that for one of them, wouldn't you? Treat them as cabochons if you're great with cabochon wrapping, or just do what I would probably do, and like what Deb has just described, maybe just make a feature pendant out of the one. Again, look at the difference. I mean, we were looking at this one in particular earlier on, but now look at the colour combinations. That's what you get in excess with our labradite here at Jewellery Maker. It's the quality that we are very, very well documented for. Love those shapes, love that channeling, sort of striking, directional cut.
Yeah, it is. It's very strong. It's quite masculine as well if you work it in that way, maybe on some leather.
Yeah, absolutely.
And keep it really...
Did you get the sterling silver chain earlier on? Just maybe on an elongated chain, sort of just under the bust. I think that would be gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And of course then it's going to get lots of movement as well. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Now, earlier on today... Oh.
Very nice strand. Yeah.
I'm buying this.
Along with all of the others.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't blame you.
This is natural. You've had natural Colombian emerald, and now you're about to have natural ruby. I mean, this with the emerald, it doesn't get any better than that. Not in my eyes, anyway. If you've ever heard the expression, colour is king, this is what we're referring to. We've only got 30 remaining. It, again, goes back to the conversations that we had with regards to the emerald. It's not so dark, it's bordering on maroon, you know, in contrast. This wants to be real primary depths of red, and ideally be natural. very, very, very few pieces of jewellery, even outside of these four walls, all around the world, actually are natural examples of ruby, because often the beauty is added to, which is fine, by fissure filling, the cracks and crevices which naturally form in this gemstone. It helps with the diaphanity and helps with that primary red. The quality that you've got here is all Mother Nature's doing, and again, it's just ridiculous the price that we're taking it to. Grab it whilst you can, miss it, miss out. This alongside your Colombian emerald is a combination for less than, if you put the two together, for less than £40, £14.95. £14.95. On our own website, we have got ruby, which is retailing, and I'm price comparing with ourselves here, for £169.95, and I've even brought it to you at higher prices than that in the past. This was a birthday deal. This is a birthday launch, and we've got the last remaining quantity. Does that explain it, Deb?
That explains it. That makes me feel slightly better.
It's basically, look, our birthday
it was a mega birthday.
Yeah, and we planned for months, if not, to be honest, the whole year for that wonderful event. So this would have probably arrived within the vault, and our buying team would have gone, yeah, no, sorry, that's got to be a special opportunity, a special auction. Stay where you are on those phone lines. 40 carats only. Sorry, 40 carats. Wow! Not only £14.95 only is what I meant. What I meant to say. Now we have got coming your way a gemstone family, no less.
Oh, look!
You had the emerald.
It'd work amazingly with that as well, wouldn't it? As a necklace with these just interspersed.
Emerald is actually sort of the black sheep of the beryl family. It is, and listen, I mean that in the best or nicest possible way. It is, because emerald, like I said, is a type 3 gemstone. Beryl includes sort of aquamarines, your gosshenites, your morganites, which are gemstones which like to have clarity, and they tend to be more pastel hues. Not the case with that emerald. Wow! Look at the beauty of this strand. It's been a very high-end show, but yet not high-end price tags. Look at those morganites, those beautiful pinks which come from the manganese presence within this gemstone. Look at that clarity that we were referring to, aquamarine blues, and we're going to take this gorgeous 75 carat strand to the lowest ever price. Again, consider them as solitaires and parcels, because it is a parcel. You know, the quality that you're buying here, I would fully expect to be in certain collections. I could name collections which would use like-for-like quality as what you're about to purchase yourself. I could name them, and believe me, they can be considered pieces of jewellery. Now, in baskets already, lowest price point guaranteed. Grab it whilst you can. 0800 644 655. I can't even look. I know where it's going to, but I can't look. I know where it's gone to, but I can't look. Again, again, let's price compare with ourselves, shall we?
You could pay that for one.
Our own beryl on our own website goes up to £74.95. Today we are bringing you this miss it, miss out, and this is like I said, not a clearance show, but that's exactly what we're doing. We're bringing you clearance prices, and we are definitely selling out. £8.95. Please check out those baskets web bidders. I mean, look at the quality. There's no denying your aquamarines, your beautiful goshenites, your morganites that you've got within, the intensities of colour, those pastel hues which are so favoured with the beryl family, of course. £8.95 price tag. I knew it was going to be the lowest ever price, but then that's going the extra mile, don't you think? I'm looking at least 40 still in baskets, so please do check out those baskets if you want to guarantee success of these. We had how many in the vault? Well, hang on a minute, Kim. That's 113 is not even a clearance, a miss it, miss out quantity, is it?
No. Although, at that price, it could be.
Well, no, definitely at that price. Like, well, I can see from here it is. I was expecting there to be sort of less than 50 of these available. Then I justify a clearance price point. But no, 113 apparently is where we started with. Get them whilst you can. Get them whilst you can. I mean, March babies, you should be absolutely jumping for the phone. Are you a March baby?
I am. March and October. As of this morning.
Fair enough. Yeah, like the Queen, Deb is now deciding that you're going to have 2 birthdays.
Two. In fact, I might increase it because I'd quite like a December birthday as well.
Yeah, fair enough. Have 3 then. Go on.
Yeah, 3. Could get expensive for my husband.
I'm sure you deserve it, Deb. You do genuinely deserve it. So
okay, we'll go for the 3.
Go for the 3. Have the 3 birthdays. Why not? Okay, stay beyond those phone lines. Do check out those baskets. Now, wonderful Deb, what is it that you're going to be demonstrating for us?
I was going to show you the peacock that isn't a peacock.
Now listen, it's probably me, Deb. You know how funny I've been a little bit today.
Yeah, that's true.
I have been a little bit funny today.
It wasn't meant to be a peacock, it was just an abstract design.
I see really musical connections there.
Yeah, it is a bit treble clefty.
I love it. Really fluid. And that's the beauty of wire working. That's the beauty of wire. I can remember once watching, and I won't say, it was with one of our wonderful guest designers, and she was demonstrating a piece, and I was like, I'm not seeing that. And then she saw what I saw.
All right.
And I know you saw what I was seeing as well, and we were all like that, ooh. Anyway, moving on. So, right, okay, you're using the twisted wire here.
I actually twisted my own wire. So I used the 0.6.
Is that because you'd used all your twisted wire in the other designs?
It's because the other twisted wire was a 0.5 and I had used loads of it because I made like a bezel and the little...
So you'd run out of that?
Yeah.
Okay. But you have also made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pendants here. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I wanted some wire that was a bit stronger as well. So I took 4 lengths of the 0.6 and twisted them together on the wire twister tool.
Okay.
Now it is tricky to actually get it to twist nice and evenly, but that's okay. If you have some, I'll move those out of the way. If you end up with some kinks and little areas that aren't as smooth as you'd want them, then this design can sort of accommodate those, which is quite cool, and it hides them. So what I wanted to do was actually take one of the cabochons and set it within a really light pendant, so not cover up the gemstone with lots and lots of wrapping.
So it'll all be about really the main focus be on the actual gemstone itself.
Yeah, because sometimes we get stones that have lots of pattern on or are really, fantastic, and we don't want to necessarily cover them up.
Yeah.
So what we need to do is take a length of our twisted wire, and that really depends on your design that you come up with in the end, how much wire you're going to use. So if you twist quite a large amount, that's probably the best way to do it, so that you've got enough. And then taking ribbon cord ends, which are some of my favourite findings, because you can do so much with them. Just open it out with your flat nose pliers.
So you're literally just squishing it out so you've got one flat piece of metal, basically?
Yeah, one flat piece of metal with a loop on the end with a hole in it.
I've not seen this be done before.
So what I did was do that with 2, and then using your hypo cement, what we're going to do is just put a dot of that at the top of the gemstone, flip it round, and another dot.
Now, I need to stress that, you know, I'm delighted you're doing this, Deb, because sometimes we've got a little bit of a stigma about gluing, haven't we?
Yeah.
And I'm the world's worst at wire wrapping, no matter how much I try. So this is something that I do. But you know what?
Yep.
Jewellery houses will use this glue. This is professional glue. So there will be jewellery houses that will glue onto, like what you're doing right now.
Yep. There's no reason why you can't do that.
No.
You know, it's not something to be ashamed of or try and hide the fact that
No,
you're
at the end of the
doing
day,
it.
it's a piece of jewellery, and it's that, you know, it's the beauty of the piece of jewellery.
And it's
that's
just
important.
a different technique to employ, you know. So I like the fact that if I do this and I use my ribbon cord ends, I can actually create a piece of jewellery that's fairly lightweight in terms of its design. And it can almost look like the gemstones floating within a wirework frame.
Yeah, I like that
and
idea.
You can't get that if you're covering it with prongs or, you know, wrapping. So
here's one you prepared earlier.
Yeah, because you need to leave it to dry.
Yes.
Don't try and work with it wet.
No.
It will come off. I usually do that. I get impatient and then it ends up just dropping apart. So you have to go back to the beginning.
Okay.
So that one's been drying overnight, and it's a lot smaller than the one in my second pack that I opened. Right, so what we're going to do is we'll pop that one down on the work surface, and then it's one of those organic pendants that will grow and change. So what I've noticed on my wire is here at the bottom I've got a section of wire that's a bit scruffy. It's a little bit messy. So I'm going to get rid of that before I start working. It's just where it's not twisted brilliantly. And what I usually do is just take my flat nose or chain nose pliers and twist the end to make sure that those wires are completely knitted in together. And then using some round nose pliers, we're just going to turn a loop on the end. And that helps if you sort of reinforce the twist with your flat nose pliers. That will help keep all those wires together when you twist. So that's going to be the bottom of our pendant. So actually we could make a treble clef. Woo, it's super springy. So I'm going to cut it at this point here because I think that would be a good point to cut and bring a section of the wire down and bring it this way to form a loop around.
Okay, so you're using two different lengths of wire.
I think I actually used 3 in the original one, but I mean it's up to you. You can adapt the design and change it however you want. So working with 2 lengths is probably, you know, the best way to get started, and then you can add more in if you want to.
Now, we are having sellouts, by the way, throughout the course of the hour, so please do check out those baskets. And because we've just literally had exactly that, we've got an opportunity for you to get hold of, which would be perfect with this design that you're doing. You were eyeing it up earlier on, Deb, weren't you? So we're going to bring those graphics onto your screen. As a member of the beryl family, as we spoke about earlier on, it's manganese, a presence of manganese which determines that lovely pastel salmon pink with almost sort of peachy hue. I've not brought you an entire strand of Morganite in I don't know how long. The reason for that is this gemstone has increased by 500% within the industry. There are certain establishments which are very close to us actually that haven't been able to buy it and have deliberately not bought it because of the dramatic price increase. We, however, can bring you that lovely intense hue. These are faceted by Mother Nature. I love the organic beauty. I love the fact that you've got some which are more peach and some which are more like your Zambezia pinks. This is Brazilian Morganite, and again the rarity is enhanced with the fact that this has not been heat treated. You know, we were talking about with rubies, Fisher filling. Tanzanite is heat treated often. It comes out of the ground quite brown. 9 times out of 10, Morganite is a very, very pale, almost colourless gemstone. It's heated to bring out those pastel pinks. Not needed. Can you imagine these actually coming out of the ground with the miner's sheer delight? Because it would have been absolutely a delightful discovery. And I was talking earlier on with that strand of beryl, which again sold out. And I said I could name collections which actually feature the same quality as what you're about to purchase, and are very, very, very much considered. Big designer collections as well. I own some of their pieces of jewellery as well. Yeah. You probably know who I'm referring to, which ones I'm referring to, Deb. 340 carats, let's bring that price tag in. Wow. I said wow because I didn't know that it was going to this. $5.95, Deb. Every single opportunity this morning has been absolutely incredible.
It has. Yeah, it has. There's no denying that. You know, every single strand, you've thought of a price and it's gone way below.
Way lower. Yeah. Okay, so clearance shows are normally scheduled and heavily promoted. This has been an entire clearance show. Amazing. It would be incredible with these designs, Deb, as well, wouldn't they? How could you incorporate some Morganite with the rose quartz? How could you incorporate a couple of those sort of nuggets?
Well, what you could do is actually wire wrap them onto your twisted wire, or if you look at the designs, you can find sort of little corners that you could encrust with the Morganite.
So actually attach the Morganites along the wire itself, maybe.
Along this.
It's a great idea. Great idea. So actually incorporate this into the kit as well if you wanted to. Fabulous. Check out those baskets. Again, lots of you there saying, you know what, I'm adding it, Elle, I'm adding it. No, $5.95, that's amazing. Back to our lovely Deb.
Okay. So I've popped a loop on both ends of these pieces of wire now, and I'm just going to hold them together and then just wrap them around. So you need to just twist and wrap at intervals, really. And
that's bonding them together.
Holds everything together there for your frame and your structure. And then if you take your cabochon, you can use your wire, either your 0.4 or your 0.6, and just wrap it onto the loops, using the holes in the ribbon cord ends.
So both your 0.6 and your 0.4 will actually feed through those ribbon core ends. That's a really good idea.
A couple of times, and then you can wrap over the top of the wire as well, here on this side, and that then holds it and it balances your gemstone in position. And then your wire wrapping can work around it.
See, great way of actually creating almost a floating gemstone. Yeah, love that technique, and I've never seen it previously before. So thank you so much for demonstrating it.
Welcome.
And another alternative to actually how you can use your ribbon cord ends.
Oh, there's a million uses.
Yeah, I think every guest designer shares the same sentiment as you, Deb. You know, loves them for so many, not just the obvious. Not just their main function, I suppose. It's a beautiful kit, and there's been amazing deals. Well done to each and every single one of you. Just incredible. Just incredible. That Morganite alongside your sort of pink.
Yes,
rose quartz.
Tonally, that's just going to work so nicely.
Amazing. Well done, and do stay where you are on those phone lines. $5.95 only, multi-buyers. How are we doing in terms of quantity? Still got a few remaining, I'm being informed, but they're not going to stay around very long. If you've been like me and shopping throughout the entirety of the morning, you've got a wonderful, wonderful delivery arriving in the next few days. Now, I'm just being honest, you've got lovely Zena coming up next. So, Deb, you're staying here, aren't you, for the next hour. Thank you so much for your company. I will be back with you tomorrow morning, so I hope you can tune in. Free view for those of you that are are about to lose us on Freeview, tune in with us on the web, all the W's at JewelleryMaker.com, or alternatively on YouTube. You can join us there as well, or Sky. So stay with us because the deals will continue. Well done once again to everybody on your deal of the day, and I'll see you in the morning.